Okay. Okay. Yes, because it's a game I played yesterday. I didn't play anything else yesterday but this game.
Hey, hey, welcome to the bite zone. Neon dreams and pixels you call home. Ghosts and quests, MMOs to go. RPG hearts in a retro glow. It's retro papa bites next time. Lights go low, good vibes climb. Grab your gear and start with me. Let's game through mystery and fantasy.
Hi, Lamb. Welcome in. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Okay, so it's Lamb's imagination.
Welcome to the bite zone. Neon dreams and pixels you call
Okay, I got 24 minutes until I
Ghosts
need
and
to go.
quests, MMOs to go. RPG hearts in a retro glow. It's retro papa bites next time. Lights go
Oh my
low,
gosh.
good vibes climb. Grab your gear and start with me. Let's game through mystery and fantasy.
Whatever. No hello. You didn't say hello. Weird.
Hello?
No, he's just saying weird stuff. What are you doing today, Lamb? How is work? How is life? Wait, what is today? Work on a Sunday? Oh, that's good. Oh, you want to go to sleep? Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, some people work every day, so. Some people do. Some people do. Alright, let's get this nonsense on the road. You used to, okay. Where? No, I don't want to continue here. We're going to load. Did I use the broken path? Load? Yep. We give her our paper? I think we did.
No time to waste gabbing, Leger. Get out there and write.
Okay, so we must have wrote.
See you later, Joni.
Take care of yourself out there.
Yeah. Yep, I guess we did do writing this time. We don't need to go to Crystal, whatever the place is anymore. Find the artifact anymore. Hey, Vin! Welcome in. I have audio this time, because I forgot. I'm so smart. We broke in. I think we broke in this. You knocked him out last time, so we actually don't have to come back to Act 1 again. Yay. How's everything going?
Here we go.
Lord have mercy. You robbed me, then have the nerve to come back here? In all my born days, I don't think I've met anybody quite so foolish.
I get it. You're upset. I can explain.
Not interested.
Wait, it was that conniving little snake, Jem. He said the watch was his, said you'd stolen it. He got one over on me. I apologize, truly.
Bully for you. If you really are sorry, get it back.
That's good. I'm doing alright. I have to step away here in about maybe 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes about. I gotta go get my laundry situated. Right now, though, we gotta go get us a watch back. Not
You just
gonna.
keep turning up like a bad copper, don't you?
Nice to see you, too.
I'm nearly afraid to ask, what in the Sam Hill are you doing now?
I'm selling maps of the town.
To whom, exactly? Near as I can tell, I'm the only new arrival. The locals in the market for maps of a town you can circumnavigate in 10 minutes.
You're a real stick in the mud, you know that?
You have something that doesn't belong to you.
Could you be more specific?
Lola Johnson's watch. I want it back.
No can do. You swiped that watch for me fair and square.
I think you'll find it in your best interest to give me that watch back.
Oh yeah? Why's that?
Because you're better than this, Jem.
What's that supposed to mean?
Look, I get it. You think this whole Artful Dodger act is fun. But if you keep it up, it's only a matter of time until your little game turns into the real thing. Take it from me. This isn't a road you want to go down.
How do you know?
Kid, don't fool yourself. You think you own this town. That's because the most exciting thing happens around here's when some yahoo gets tossed out a window. I grew up in Lamplight City. The Chum, to be exact. Ever heard of it?
Oh,
That little stunt you and your brother pulled before? Know how that would have played out there?
how?
He'd have had his throat slit as soon as he was caught, and you'd have 2 bullets in your back for running away. Now, is that really the kind of life you want?
Fine, you win. Here's the damn watch.
Appreciate it. Now go home and read some books. You'll thank me for it later.
Yeah, go home. Maps is spelled M-A-P-P-S. Maps. Or naps. You shall let me.
You got my watch?
Yes, here it is. No hard feelings?
Or now? Why'd you come back here anyway?
Name's Harley Leger. My companions and I are headed to El Presidio, and we
Yeah,
heard you've
well,
got a
they
wagon
didn't
for
really
hire.
have
I do.
learning
many
know-how
names?
back then,
5,
so.
including myself.
Listen close, because I'm only going to say this once. You pull anything funny again, and you get left on the side of the road. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
My fee is 40 crowns up front.
Here's your fee.
Ew.
Good. Get your posse together and meet me outside town at sundown. We'll head out then.
Yeah, she's not gonna be lenient this time around.
There you are. This your group then?
This is us.
All right, folks, listen here. I'm Lola Johnson. This is my wagon. When you're in my wagon, you follow my rules. Rule 1. I'm your driver, not your friend. While we're moving, leave me be. That means no yammering in my ear about how pretty you think the mountains are. Rule 2. We stop and go as I say. I ain't interested in blowing up my engine just 'cause y'all are in a hurry. Last rule. Everybody does their part. Be it cooking, hunting, or gathering firewood. This ain't no pleasure cruise, and I won't be serving y'all. The road can be rough, but I'm an experienced navigator and tracker, so stick with me and you'll be fine. If you've got any questions, now's the time to ask.
It's a little lower.
Just how long do you expect this journey to take?
I reckon it shouldn't be more than 8 or 9 days, weather permitting. Anything else?
Regarding your first rule, what if we have an emergency?
Then tell me. Just don't bother me with small talk. I need to concentrate on driving. Anything else?
Well, that's an awful lot of rules. Don't you think the people paying your fee ought to be the ones setting terms?
You know any other folk in town with a wagon? That's what I thought.
You said you're a tracker? What's that mean exactly?
It means I'm good at finding things. One of you gets lost, or we're hunting our supper and need to trail an animal, I can do that.
So, like a bloodhound?
No, like a tracker. Compare me to a dog again, and you're finding yourself another ride. Understand?
Huh, apologies. I didn't mean to offend.
Folk rarely do. Anything else?
We understand. You'll have no trouble from us.
All right then. Let's get a move on. Time's wasting.
Now
We're
we're
off, with the first faint tendrils of dawn at our backs. We head west for El Presidio on the trail of the elusive Dr. Clark. We have but a few days' travel before us, through the desert and mountains to reach the coast. I am rather looking forward to getting a better view of this part of the country. And should the scenery lack for diversion, I suppose I'll have recourse in the fellowship of my new traveling companions.
The fellowship.
Now that we've assembled in this
Fellowship of the
unlikely
Ring.
venture, perhaps it's time we got to better know one another.
or the range.
Ah,
13.
feels good to be underway
It's a nice
at
day.
last.
It's a nice
Yes,
coach.
though I must admit I tend to become restless on long trips.
Well, we got cards, books, and conversation. Plenty of ways to pass the time.
No, we do.
Jake's luggage. I could put everything I own in that suitcase and it would hardly cover the bottom. A deck of cards helps pass the time.
Pacific Ocean. We want. Oh, that's where we want to go. That's. We're right here. That to there is pretty long.
Lola must be a reader. Always nice to have some books around. None are in the red, so I guess that's good. That's what keeps this heap going. Makes it pretty hot in here, too. We're set for fuel for a good while.
Let's talk to Danny again.
Hey, Danny, let's talk.
Sure. Actually, I was wondering about something. Where'd you learn how to fight?
Growing up where I did, you had to fight to survive.
Where was that?
New Britannia. The Chum,
Britannia.
specifically.
Lamplight City, huh? I've heard it can get wild.
You've heard right. So have you been to El Presidio before?
Yeah, I was born there.
No kidding. Didn't you say your family lived near El Presidio?
In the area, yeah. They moved out to the city proper a few years back. I left when I was 16. Haven't been back in ages.
All right there, Danny?
Yep.
Hey, Jake?
Yeah, Harley?
Did your travels ever take you to El Presidio?
Oh,
A few
different.
times. Can't say I much care for it. But that's
I like when games have different
crowded,
like
too
ways to go.
impersonal. I'll take the wide open countryside any day.
Looks like we have some time on our hands. How about a story?
Sure, why not? It was 1842.
Oh gosh, the
and
same
I'd been
Bleach
hired
Bone
by the
Gulch story.
sheriff of
Oh my lord.
Bleachbone Gulch to track down some cattle rustlers. It was a long and winding trail, but by following the signs, I finally tracked down the stolen herd. And
I'm gonna let
the
this
rustlers' camp. So I went back to town and
ad
gathered
play
up a
out
posse.
that's coming up
4
because I gotta do
able-bodied
laundry.
men,
When
plus
the ad comes,
myself.
I'm gonna
That
go
night,
take a
we
break with
went
you
back under
guys
the cover of darkness.
because I've got
We had
laundry
the
coming up in a
element of
few minutes.
surprise, but we were outnumbered 3
Actually,
to
when is
1.
this?
Before I knew it, the shooting had started.
Yeah, I've got
It
10
was a
minutes until
long
my
and bloody
laundry's done.
gunfight.
Actually,
In the end,
oh, I'm
yours
probably gonna
truly
pause this
was
one.
the last man
Actually,
left standing. I drove that whole
and not pause
herd
the
on
next one.
by my lonesome. They were all back home by dawn, with not a head missing. Lost some good fellers that night. But that was the end of cattle rustling in Bleachbone Gulch.
Hell of a story.
Yeah, I
Now,
try to
there's
do my
plenty more
laundry
where
at
that
night because
came
that
from.
leaves
I
the rest of the
appreciate
day
the chat.
for
Anytime,
other
Harley.
things to get
Hey,
done.
I see something up ahead, by the side of the road.
What is it? A derelict?
Looks like an oil derrick.
An oil? Yeah, it's an oil
Wagon's
derrick.
slowing down.
Guess it caught Lola's eye too. Let's have a look.
Yeah, let's have a look because we don't have to go back to Act 1.
Any particular reason we've stopped, Miss Johnson?
Why do you
I
have to
needed
yell at
to
her?
stretch my legs.
Oh,
You might take advantage and do the same. We're off
That
again in
hail?
about 20 minutes.
I think that's hail.
Come on, Danny. Let's go have a look at that
Oh, shit.
oil derrick.
Excuse me, ladies. I have some business to
Oh.
attend to.
Both of you can do as you like. Just stay
No, that's
within
something
sight.
else. Never
Actually,
mind.
I'm curious about this machine.
Thought that was hail for
Do
a
you think I
second.
could
It's
ask you a
like,
few questions?
Oh, well, I suppose so.
there's a window open in the other room.
Tools
for
of
a
the trade
second.
for an oil worker, I suppose.
Like, no.
Somebody's
We're
out
gonna
here
do the,
sniffing for a fortune.
Or just digging a very
The
deep hole.
knife
Funny
this
how
time.
the best things are often found in the lowest of places.
But it just means we won't
Come
get
have
the
a look,
letter
Harley.
this time around.
Hello down there.
Who said that?
Up here.
I was like, what was that noise?
Afternoon.
That was like
to you.
rain or something for a
What
minute.
brings you folks to Cormac?
I don't know. It sounded like it was rain for a second.
Just passing through, friend.
I don't know, out the
I
window.
was just saying, you've a fine setup here.
Thank you, sir. It pleases Cormac to hear that. Sit tight. Just needs to make a slight adjustment. Then Cormac can come down for a chin wag.
The bin.
Whoops! Ah! Whoa, damn! Oh, clumsy Cormac.
Jeez, are you all right?
All right as rain. Not upright though, no. Good thing you folks is here. Hates to be a bother, but Cormac is in a pickle. Could you, lend a hand? Cormac would be ever so grateful.
Sure.
Hey, Jake.
Yeah?
Any suggestions what to do?
That rope doesn't look too thick. Should be able to cut through it. The trick will be keeping our friend from falling headfirst into that pit.
Got anything on you that could cut rope?
Afraid not. One of the others might.
Danny?
Hmm?
Do you have anything sharp that might serve to cut the rope?
No, but I could always shoot it.
You think that will work?
Definitely.
Okay. I'm gonna grab that. Doesn't ask
This rope
her
could be useful.
about for her hunting knife.
Sorry to interrupt, but
What is it?
there's a man at the oil derrick in dire need of help.
What happened?
He's caught on a rope hanging upside down. We're trying to get him down somehow.
And what do you want me to do about it?
Do you have something sharp enough to cut rope?
Sure, my hunting knife.
Could I borrow it for a spell?
Only if you swear to be careful with it.
On my brother's grave.
Take it then.
Yes, wonder.
Grab it.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
So we're gonna give the rope.
Oh.
Would you stop it?
I've got this rope. Could you lasso the gentleman?
Now?
Not yet. I
Alright.
need to figure out the rest.
Alright. Where are we at? 6 minutes. Well, we need him. Alright, hold on.
Can you do anything with this?
Sure. I could lasso our friend and pull him over to us.
Sounds like a plan.
Hey now, here's some progress. But how you getting Cormac down?
Hey, Jake?
Yeah?
How are you holding up?
Oh, just fine, my dear. Barely breaking a sweat.
Danny?
Hmm?
Yes, now.
All right.
No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the knife, not the other.
Hold tight, buddy.
Ah!
You got him! Let's pull him up, quick.
Whew, that were a close one. You've saved Cormac. Many thanks.
All in a day's work, friend.
Are you alright? We have a healer with
Can't
us
give
if you need
Danny the
doctoring.
rope.
Ah, no need to trouble yourself. Cormac's feeling all right.
Before we go, anything else you're in need of?
Well, you said you was passing through. Whereabouts are you headed?
El Presidio.
In that case, you'd be doing Cormac a great favor if you took this letter to someone at Vespuccia Petrol. Their office is in El Presidio.
Vespuccia Petrol, you say?
Aye, they's Cormac's employer. Been wanting a progress report on this rig.
Sure, we'll take the letter.
Appreciates it.
Alright, guys, we're back.
How come you're doing this clearly dangerous work on your own?
It's not so bad. Cormac's used to this sort of thing. Cormac used to be a sewer worker in New Britannia, you see. It's all the same, really. Digging around in muck, tending to machinery. But Cormac's got more friends these days. Mud's much nicer to be covered in than sewage.
All right, we'll be going now. Promise you'll take more care.
Aye, Cormac will do his best. Farewell, and thanks again for helping old Cormac.
Hey, Jake?
Yeah?
Any suggestions?
That
Got any? Sorry to interrupt.
What is...
There's a man.
What happened?
He's caught.
And what do you...
Do you have some?
Sure.
Could I buy
Only...
on my brother?
Take it.
This rope could be useful. I got this knife from Lola.
perfect. I can throw it and cut our friend down.
You good with knives, then?
Oh, sure. Even used to do some knife and axe throwing in my show. But audiences prefer the gunplay.
A sound plan, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've got this rope. Could you lasso the gentleman?
Now?
Yes, now.
Well, now we're shaking. How's about getting Cormac down?
You want me to cut the feller down?
Time to reprise your knife-throwing act. Wow us.
Ah!
You got him! Let's pull him up, quick.
Whew! That were a close one. You've saved Cormac. Many thanks.
It was nothing.
Are you all right? We have a healer with us if you need doctoring.
Nah, no need to trouble yourself. Cormac's feeling all right.
Before we go, anything else you're in need of?
Well, you said you was passing through. Whereabouts are you headed?
El Presidio.
In that case, you'd be doing Cormac.
Well, I guess it
great
doesn't
favour
matter.
if you took this letter
Maybe
to
it depends on
someone
how
at
long you
Vespuccia
take to
Petrol.
save him.
Their office is in El Presidio.
Vespuccia Petrol, you say?
Aye, they's Cormac's employer. Been wanting a progress report on this rig.
Sure, we'll take the letter.
Appreciates it.
How come you're doing this clearly dangerous work on your own?
It's not so. Cormac, it's all this but mud.
All right.
Aye, farewell.
Yeah, we've already did that. I think next one will just... I don't want to do that, but I want to show everything, so we'll let him get injured next time.
Phil?
Señorita?
Will this be your first time visiting El Presidio?
It will. I have heard many tales of this so-called Mouth of the West. I am curious to find out which ones are true.
You're very polite, Phil, but please, call me Harley.
What is wrong with Señorita?
It's not my name.
Ah, but it is a sign of respect. I
Okay.
would never dream of addressing a new Spanish lady by her given
Stop.
name.
Well, things are different here.
As I am learning. If you wish it, it
Why is
will
it
be
not
so.
running anymore?
Appreciate it. We'll talk more later.
I look forward to it.
My timer stopped.
What?
My timer stopped!
Oh, I just had this here, but I'm still. Okay,
Can't think of
F.
anything to ask.
that's out. F.
Alright, guys, I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I'm back.
Hey, Nadine.
Hello, Harley. Something I'd like to ask you. You seem quite well traveled. What's it like in a big city?
I don't think anything I could tell you could take the place of first-hand experience.
I suppose you're right.
Doubt it's anything you can't handle. Stick with us and you'll be fine.
I imagine I will.
When did you return to the Otham?
I went to them in April of last year, but it wasn't a return. They took me in. People were leaving town, and there was less need for me at the clinic. It was Dr. Sedgwick who encouraged me to find my own path. The Otham were kind to accept me as a guest, but truthfully, I'm glad for this opportunity to travel with you and the others.
You said the Otham took you in. They aren't your people?
No. I don't know who my people are. My father never told Dr. Sedgwick, and I have no memories of him talking about it. I think my parents came from somewhere to the east, but I'm not even sure of that.
Have you ever tried tracking down where you came from?
No, I've considered it, but it's complicated. Perhaps someday.
So how'd you become a healer? Did you go to school?
No. I mean, I attended the missionary school for a few years as a child, but not to learn medicine. I was taught by Dr. Sedgwick, RoseWater's physician. I worked as his apprentice for nearly a decade. He was a wonderful guardian and mentor. I am grateful for all his care.
You said Doc Sedgwick was your guardian? What about your parents?
I never knew my mother. She died soon after I was born. My father worked for Dr. Sedgwick, which is how I came to his household. He took me in when my father died from an infected wound.
I'm so sorry. How old were you?
I don't remember exactly, but I couldn't have been more than 5.
Did that have anything to do with you choosing to learn medicine?
I suppose so. Yes. If I can save somebody's loved one, grant them extra time to cherish together, well, there's no better way to help people, is there?
We're slowing down again.
Good. I could use a change of environment. Harley, could I have a word outside?
Sure.
Sun's getting low. Time to set up camp.
Harley and I'll be back shortly. Just gonna take a walk over to that little town. Danny and the others can aid in the preparations.
You better not be skipping out every time there's work to be done, you hear?
Shall we?
Lead on.
Would you look at that spring? I ain't seen water that clear since that time I went swimming with the Prime Minister's rambunctious niece.
So, you wanted to talk to me about something?
I did. I can tell you've got a cogitating mind, always assessing the situation, finding the risks and opportunities. Now that
I
we've got
wanted
a
us to
real
go to a
posse
town. This is not a town. This is
I'm
a
keen
pond.
to hear your thoughts on our little venture. Everything seemed hunky-dory so far, in your estimation?
Truth be told, I've got some doubts.
Uh-huh, I had a feeling. Well then, let's hear it.
I have my concerns about one of our number.
Who?
Phil is too eager to embrace violent solutions. There could be a problem.
Yeah, he's a mite fiery, that's for sure. But I think he knows what he's about. I do appreciate you sharing your concerns. Right, well, we should be heading back. Else Miss Johnson will...
Oh, hey there.
Howdy, friend.
Welcome, welcome. Name's Aubrey Trout, but you're not here about me. I reckon you're here for the spring water.
Something special about it?
Something special about it? This here's an etheric spring. Best kept secret in the great western desert.
Etheric spring?
Sure. Y'all know about ethericity, don't you?
We're familiar.
Well, this water's got the same properties, due to a confluence of etherically sensitive minerals deep in the earth, you see. This here's a hotbed. Taking a drink will cure whatever ails you and grant you the strength of 10 men.
No kidding.
Okay, so prove it.
Gladly. Observe.
Jumpin' Jehoshaphat.
Daily sips of this water have conferred upon me a practically superhuman strength. Now, tell me, how old do you think I am?
I imagine a spry young feller like yourself can't be more than 25?
What if I told you I was 52?
So you're saying the water stops you aging?
And reverses it. Why, my own sister wouldn't recognize me. Okay, look, I'll take a drink now. Watch me. There, you see? Tastes like springtime and sunlight. Now, if the water was no good, would I have done that?
Reckon not.
So go on, friends. Share in the wealth. Take a sip.
If it does even half of what you say.
All right, Jake, if you think this guy's legit, knock yourself out.
Don't mind if I do.
Won't you try it yourself? You're missing out.
Maybe so, but I think I can live without it.
To your health, friend.
To all our health. Well, how do you feel?
Not great.
Jake!
Now, no sudden moves. Empty your pockets. I want every last copper.
You think I'm giving you anything after you killed my friend?
Oh, it was just a little sip. He'll be out for a few hours, but it won't kill him. You, on the other hand, will get one right between the eyes if you don't give me all your money. Now.
Just how were you able to drink so much of that stuff?
A great magician never reveals his secrets. Now, less chatter, more emptying of pockets.
Fine, take it and get out of here.
Wise choice, friend.
I'll be right back, guys. Heck.
Jake, can you hear me?
What happened?
Couldn't leave well enough alone, could you? Thanks to your stupidity, we got robbed. You got poisoned.
He took all your money?
All except the crown stuck in my boot for emergencies.
Oh, hell. Ugh.
Sit tight. I'll fetch Nadine to have a look at you.
These look like the effects of arsenic poisoning. You said he had a small amount of the water?
Just a sip.
I can ease the discomfort, but he'll recover on his own with time.
All right, treat him. No sense prolonging his suffering.
Very well.
I'll see you back at camp.
How are you feeling, Mr. Ackerman?
Much better, my dear, much better. You have the healing touch in those hands of yours.
I'm glad to hear it.
Maybe now you'll think twice before drinking from random puddles of water.
I think Jake's learned a valuable lesson about trusting strangers.
Let's hope so. There's no town sheriff to go crying to out here on the road. Everybody's in it for themselves, for better or worse.
The chili's almost ready. Holly, can you come help me and Phil serve?
Sure thing. That smells heavenly.
The kid is a good cook, eh? But I believe this chili could use a little of my secret ingredient.
What's that?
Mezcal. I picked up a bottle before we left RoseWater. Gives it a nice smoky flavor. And makes you feel nice afterwards, too. This group needs a bit of loosening up, don't you think?
After what we've been through, you should add the whole bottle.
Orale. You really know how to have fun.
We should be ready to serve. Just one last taste. What did you do to my chili?
Relax, I just added some mezcal.
Some?
Figured we could all use something to help us relax.
I don't know about this.
It'll be fine.
If you say so. Come on, let's fill up these bowls and get everybody fed.
That was some mighty fine chili, Danny boy.
Glad you liked it.
I'd say it was the best damn chili I've ever tasted. You ever decide to give up gunslinging? Maybe you could open up a restaurant.
You really think so?
I'd be a regular.
Gosh, thank you.
It's a nice night.
Perfect for relaxing and enjoying the company of one's comrades. The best part of the day. I have always said that the battle is won or lost around the campfire the night before.
Doing all right, Miss Johnson?
I'd say so. If you'll excuse me, it's been a long day. I need to rest up for tomorrow's drive. Night all.
So, Danny, where'd you learn to cook chili anyway?
I just sort of picked it up. Can't really remember where.
I hate to leave such merry company, but I'm suddenly feeling very sleepy. Please excuse me. I'll see you all in the morning.
Sleep tight, Miss Redbird.
Night.
Hell of a day, huh, Jake?
I'll say. It's disheartening to know there's so many men out there hell-bent on bringing others to ruination, and dispiriting to think I was caught in his trap. Best forget the whole thing ever happened.
It's as they say. There's a mark born every minute, one to trim 'em and one to knock 'em. You look like you're enjoying yourself.
Uy, ando bien pedo, señorita.
What now?
Oh, did I not say that in English? Apologies. I said I am good and drunk. That mezcal was more potent than I thought.
Time for me to call it a night.
Night, Harley.
Buenas noches.
Sleep well.
We leave within the hour. Don't leave anything behind.
Say, Harley, care to join me and Jake for a stroll?
Where to?
Not far, just along the river. Thought we might enjoy the fresh air before getting cooped up in that tin can again.
Danny breaks wind like a horse in there, you know, especially after one of his chilly nights.
Oh, come on. I do not.
I'm just joshing you, Danny boy. Shall we?
Lead on.
Beautiful, ain't it?
Let's keep going. I think the river bends up ahead.
Awfully rough water.
Shucks, this ain't nothing. It gets real wild a little ways down.
Just what are you doing up there, young man?
I'm playing!
You ought to be careful. Those branches are like twigs.
I'll pay these fussing old hens no mind, Sonny. I was the same at your age. Used to jump around trees like a lemur.
I'm good at climbing. Watch this! What do you think?
Mighty impressive, son.
Maybe you best go back to where you were. You're making me nervous.
You are a fussing hen. I told ya, I'm good at... Ah!
Shit! What the hell do we do now?
Danny!
Hot damn, he's got him. Now hurry up and come on back to shore.
I'm trying!
I can't swim!
Hold tight. We'll figure something out. Jake!
What?
I might have an idea, but I'll need something of yours.
Okay, what?
Give me your belts.
Okay, sure. Take him.
Now I've got a double loop. Danny, grab onto this. Jake, a little help, please?
Gotcha.
Thanks.
That was some quick thinking, Danny boy. I'm impressed.
I'll say, you're a true hero, Danny.
I just did what anybody would.
That's a load of bull, and you know it. The rest of us were standing around gawping, but you knew what needed to be done and didn't hesitate 1 second. Be proud of yourself, Danny. You've earned it.
She's right, you know. Damn fine instincts.
Hey, kid. How about a little gratitude for your rescuer? Danny here just saved your wretched back-talking neck.
Thanks, mister.
You're welcome. Have you got a family to get back to? They must be worried.
Yeah, Ma and Pa got a camp nearby.
Run along then, son. Be sure to tell him Gentleman Jake's brave assistant, Danny Luo, saved your life.
And stay out of trees, little brat.
All right now. Let's head back to the others so Danny can relate the tale of his heroic deeds.
Actually, I'll catch up later.
Suit yourself, hero. Hey, don't be too long.
Would you mind a little company?
Sure. I just needed a moment away from Jake anyway. I'm glad you're here.
Sure seems hard for you to take a compliment. Why is that?
Oh, I don't know. It isn't good to brag.
It's not the same thing as bragging. Let your friends sing your praises, then you don't have to.
I'd really rather just help others instead of making it about me.
Look, you describe yourself as an honest sort, right?
Well, sure. I don't take to lying, if that's what you mean.
Seems to me that false modesty is about the same as lying. If you're actually good at something, or if you have a good idea, just say so. No sense hiding when you've got something of value to contribute.
I hadn't really thought of it that way. I appreciate the talk, Holly.
Anytime. Let's get back to camp. Phil?
Harley?
Now we've got some time. Care to tell me about how you came to Vespuccia?
I can appreciate your curiosity, although it is painful to relate. But you may as well know. I had assembled Lieutenant General de la Vega and several of my men in Jicotea, a small village on the Loyola River. We were preparing an operation to liberate the nearby town of Caballo Viejo. The Spanish army had it under occupation for some weeks, seeking intelligence on our movements. But before we could act, they struck without warning, and without mercy. They did not confine themselves to fighting armed revolutionary soldiers. Old men, women, children, all were valid targets in their eyes. All held collectively responsible for resisting imperial rule. Victory was out of the question. We were hopelessly outmatched. Many brave souls laid down their lives to allow innocents a chance for escape. As civilians fled the village, I led the retreat north with Lieutenant General de la Vega. We gathered what we could of our forces from other positions along the way. It was clear that the army would relentlessly target any village known to harbor revolutionary cells and administer the same treatment. I left Jicotea a smoking ruin. I could not allow that to happen again. Temporary exile was the only alternative.
Holy hell, what a story. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Do not be. The Spanish have shown their true colors and made the necessity of our struggle only too clear. The day will come when I will gather my army, renewed in force and in spirit, and return to our homeland to reclaim what is ours.
So, this revolution, what exactly is it you're fighting for?
What does any man who is oppressed fight for? Freedom. Simple as that. The imperial government has grown fat on the labor of the masses. They torture and imprison anyone who dares speak out against their abuses. My people and I are straining to throw off the yoke of colonialism.
We'll talk more later.
I look forward to it.
Can't think of any... Hey, Nadine.
Hello, Harley.
Good book?
I'm not much of a literary critic, but it helps pass the time. Danny told me you're a writer. Have you published any books?
Me? No, books are way beyond my reach. I stick to articles and essays, and have trouble enough with those.
You shouldn't underestimate yourself. It wouldn't surprise me to see a book with your name on the cover someday.
Well, that's kind of you to say. Guess we'll see.
Folks, we're making a brief stop. My legs could use a stretch.
Same here.
Now that is some truly impressive architecture.
Do you think so? Truly? That it does, impress?
Is this your work?
I am indeed visionary, architect, and soul laborer. My name is Villius Circus. What you see before you is a monument to love.
I mean, I'd live in it. Maybe some
This is
purple
my
windows.
marriage proposal to my darling Marta. Every stone you see has been placed by my hand.
No,
with
I'm.
utmost care.
I had it
Soon
muted.
shall be completed, and my castle will have its queen.
Damn, fella.
At night,
You're
we
making
have
the rest
coughing
of us
fits.
menfolk look bad.
Allergies and stuff.
I'm going into town to pick up a few things. I'll see y'all back on the wagon.
I'll come with you.
No, we don't think everybody wants to hear us coughing and stuff.
Not sure what's in them, but they look heavy. Suppose it gets the job done, eventually. I can't even begin to imagine how many stones it took to build that thing.
They just like
I
took
can't even
stone
begin
and
to
piled
imagine how
stone
many
on top
stones
of
it took to build
like all
that
these
thing.
stones he just picked up off the ground here and piled on top.
I can't even...
Crazy.
You know, I can't help but remember the time I made a grand declaration of love. Wasn't quite this elaborate, but it came close.
Yeah. But sometimes it gets crazy.
You can stop trying to impress us, Jake. It's not necessary.
I ain't trying to impress, just relating a story. You don't want to hear it, that's fine. Just goes to show what one man can accomplish if he puts his mind to it. Damn impressive.
Madre mia. Never before have I seen
This,
such a romantic gesture.
Filomeno
This
reminds me
Martha
of
is a
like
lucky woman.
Puss in Boots.
Maybe.
If
a little
someone
bit.
did such a thing for you, what would your response be?
Mostly, I'd be astonished. Nobody's ever done something like this for me, and I don't expect they ever will.
Oh, that is sad.
Just the way of things.
This Martha is a lucky woman.
No, she's a pain in the butt.
I really do admire this gentleman's dedication. It's rare to find someone so committed to anything.
Committed? Obsessed, I'd say.
Is it obsession to want to finish what you start? To build a home? To enjoy?
This is something else. This guy's a special shade of lunatic.
I have a nagging feeling that things will not end well for poor Mr. Circus.
Oh, that's a very interesting name.
This fellow's been busy. No doubt about that.
No, we can't. Can we not go to the next screen? She's not even here yet.
This Martha is a lucky woman.
Last point in. Doesn't inspire much confidence, does it?
Thought she'd be here already. The last time.
Guess nobody wrote in today.
Hmm.
Too bad we haven't got more time to spare. I could use a wash.
Yeah, public bathhouses. There is a point. Okay. All right.
Pardon me, Mr. Circus?
Yes, ma'am?
You have an interesting accent. Where do you come from?
Just if you want to go check it out.
I came to Vespuccia to work on the railroad and build bridges.
And
I
how
would
has
totally
this
live in
country
it if it
treated
had
you,
purple
compadre?
windows.
Very
like the
well.
purple.
I have had many
Like, where do you
opportunities.
get, like, the stuff to do
money
the
I
windows
earned
is what I
allowed
wanna
me
know.
to build my dream.
There's plenty of ways to profess your love. Why a castle?
I am architect and engineer by trade. Building things is what
You see
I
you have
know.
a sword by your
And
name
my
now,
beloved Martha
Liam?
always loved castles.
You probably already noticed
I
that.
thought this will be fitting. She will be so surprised when she sees it. I cannot wait to see her face.
I want to hear more about this Martha. How did you meet her?
Her father was chairman of rail company where I worked in Rampton. He introduced us.
And you started courting?
For a time, yes. Then my work brought me to Western Vespuccia, but we have corresponded.
I want to do the
I send
dinosaur
letter every month.
big one.
Hang on. When was the last time you saw Martha?
Just before I
But
came
maybe
here.
it's in the next
7
one we
years.
do next time.
You're telling me you haven't seen Martha in 7 years, and you've built
Oh,
her
but
this
there is a
castle
circus one I
hoping she'll
have.
marry you? What if she says no?
She will not refuse me. Not when she sees what
You're
I
welcome.
can give
Oh,
her.
that sucks,
But
yeah.
perhaps you will see for yourself. I sent her telegram to invite her here, and she sent a response. Today she will be here.
So have you been building this castle for 7 years then?
Yeah, I forgot
About that long,
on phone
yes.
it's harder
I began
to
at once when I
watch
moved
two people
here,
at once.
so that I could bring Marta here to live with me as soon as possible.
Caramba.
Oh, I was
Great
saying you were
work
going
takes
live.
time.
Yep.
You said you built this all by yourself? How do you manage that?
As I said, I am engineer by trade. There are plenty of stones all around. I simply gather and place them.
Is it your intention to actually live in this place?
Oh
Of
yeah,
course.
your phone.
Wouldn't it
Well,
help
my
to have
phone's
some
weird too.
doors?
All in due time.
You don't have an
My
LG,
dear
do
Martha
you?
has delicate constitution. Desert heat will be good for her health.
Does she have problems with her breathing?
Yes, I believe
Well, thank you.
so.
Appreciate it.
Often when I would visit, her housemaid would say she was too ill to see
Okay.
anyone.
Not an LG,
I've
because
heard that one
LG
before.
stopped
I'll
making.
just
you
be
don't
off
have
for
to
now.
say property
Thanks for the
either.
talk.
Goodbye.
Oh yeah, just watch.
That's not Bob.
So it'd be nice to let you in chat
This
know.
Martha is a lucky woman.
Yeah. There's that woman.
Harley,
I do
does it
have a
seem to you that
circus
something
point and
is
click
not
game.
quite right about Mr. Circus'
That's pretty
story?
scary.
I had that thought, yes.
Or
I
eerie.
have a suspicion that the lady over there might have some clarification to offer.
Pretty crazy.
This Martha...
No, she's not.
Ma'am?
Yes?
Your name wouldn't happen to be Martha, would it?
Why,
As long
yes,
as
it
it's
is,
not an
Martha
LG.
Ward.
Mine's an
Do
LG.
I know you?
No, but I've heard lots about
Oh
you.
yeah, it's pretty
Mr.
eerie. They came
Villiers
out with
Circus
part
told me all about
2.
you.
Oh, did
I don't know
he?
when.
Is he
I
now
saw some
enlisting
people
strangers
playing
to
it.
assist him courting a married woman?
Wait, you're married?
Quite happily, 6 years last June.
Santa Maria.
Does Mr. Circus
But
know
the
that?
ending is like
No. That's why
wild
I'm here.
to me. I was not expecting the type of ending that came out with.
Is the desert heat making you feel better?
I beg your pardon?
Mr. Circus said it might help your
I gotta,
delicate
I gotta look at it.
Yes, I
Can't
suppose he
remember
would
on
think
top of my
that.
head
See, when
the
I
name of
didn't wish to
the
receive
game.
him, I would instruct my staff to make excuses. Say I wasn't feeling well or away taking the water somewhere. It wasn't entirely forthright of me, I admit, but Circus was vexatiously persistent.
Mr. Circus told me you've been corresponding all this time.
Is that what he said?
He claims to have sent you a letter every month.
And they've each gone straight into the fire. I would have thought he'd get the message after years with no reply. But he's left me no choice except to come here and spell it out for him.
It's called Vlad Circus, VLAD Circus. I had to think for a minute.
Is your husband aware that you've come here?
Oh, heavens, no. He'd be furious. I
don't
left
know
him
what
a
the
note
second
saying
one's
I was
called,
going
though.
to visit my sister. Naturally, he has no idea Circus even exists. But he's very protective.
How did you and Mr. Circus meet?
He worked for my father's company. We were introduced at a Yuletide soiree. He was pleasant enough, but then he began calling on me at home. I didn't wish to encourage him, but he kept pursuing me anyway.
Did you ever actually tell Mr. Circus you weren't interested?
I gave him no favorable sign. Eventually, I stopped receiving him with my father's blessing. He imagined a better match for me than some associate engineer. Thankfully, Mr. Circus was reassigned to Western Vespuccia after a few months.
Enjoy your day, ma'am.
You as well. And if you see Mr. Circus again,
Yeah,
please
the
don't tell him I'm
Vlad
staying
Circus that I
here.
have.
I'll go and speak with him when I'm ready.
Talk about a point and click.
Nice day out.
Quiet.
I cannot believe that fool spent all his time chasing a married woman. Has he no shame?
I don't think he knew she was married.
Just goes to show.
Pardon me, Mr. Circus?
Yes, ma'am?
Mr. Circus, there's something you should know about Martha.
What? What is it?
Well, it turns out she's married. Has been for 6 years.
What? How do you know this? Did you meet her?
Yes. She said she would come speak to you when she was ready.
Ah, this explains everything. When I did not hear from her, I blamed this country's ineffectual postal service. But clearly this brute has kept her from writing. Or even hidden my letters from her.
No, you don't understand.
Oh, I understand. I understand very well. She would not have agreed to come if she did not want to escape unhappy marriage.
Ah, right. I'll just be off for now. Thanks for the talk.
Goodbye.
That's not bother.
Just need to smack
Just
this
goes to
idiot.
show.
I have a knack.
No. He's not getting it.
I cannot believe.
Yeah, he's been chasing.
Ma'am?
Yes?
Mr. Circus seems convinced you're going to leave your husband for him.
And I'm sure Mr. Circus also believes pigs can fly.
How will you deal with him? He clearly won't take no for an answer.
I'll find a way. I'll just...
Martha!
Bronson, what are you doing here?
I'd ask you the same. Why did you lie to me?
Oh, Bronson, I didn't want to, but I had no choice. Things are just so complicated.
What in the ether does that mean? And who are these people?
Please, Bronson, I can explain everything.
Damn fine idea. Start by telling me what you're really doing here.
I came to deal with some personal business.
Personal business? What personal business could you have?
I have an unwanted suitor. I've come here to tell him to leave me alone once and for all.
You what? Where is he? I'll kill him.
No, you will not.
I will so. Tell me where to find the bastard.
I will do no such thing. Please, you must listen to me.
Say your piece and be quick.
The poor man is delusional. The situation needs to be handled delicately. I knew you would be put out if I told you I was coming here. This is my responsibility. You must let me handle it.
My responsibility is to protect you. Speak with him, then. I'll be close enough to put one between his eyes if he tries anything funny.
My hero.
She just walks like that as, literally, as how she walks. Hi again.
Mr. Circus, please. I have a husband and 2 lovely children. As flattered as I am, you must understand that we are not meant to be.
I cannot accept this, my dear Martha. Not without knowing why. Why did you not tell me you no longer desired my affections?
That is to say,
Okay, over here.
I didn't know how.
Martha, I am here now. Tell me what you
I'm just not gonna say anything this time.
I feel nothing for you. I never did. I don't know why I never said anything. I think I was afraid of your reaction. But I hoped you would take my silence as a clear indication of my disinterest.
I cannot believe what I am hearing. I spent 7 years building this castle for you. All my money, everything I own was spent to fund the construction. And now, this.
You've got to admit, you treated this man like dirt, Martha. Some people just don't get a message unless it's spelled out for them.
At the very least, you should have told him you were married.
Yes, I know. I'm terribly sorry it all had to turn out this way, Vilius. Please forgive me. And forget me.
I can promise the one, never the other. Goodbye, Martha.
Rough
Bug
break,
up her
fella.
butt.
But there's plenty of mares on the plain.
You speak of horses when I have been spurned by a goddess.
Now then, deifying was probably your first mistake.
You want to take loader?
What's going on here?
Oh, you missed a hell of a show.
You gonna be all right, Mr. Circus?
I will carry on.
What will you do with this castle?
It is the only home I have. I am not sure.
Why not take the opportunity to do some good? You could use this place to shelter the needy. Even make it an orphanage.
A place for the abandoned and bereft? Why not? It is that already.
We done here?
I believe so.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Well, we're done in that location.
Right, that's right. I should work.
Where are we stopping now? We are just nowhere even near where we need to be.
Or actually, you.
Hey, Jake?
Yeah, Harley?
Feeling any better?
Yeah, I'm right as rain, thanks to Miss Redbird. Appreciate you asking.
How about another story?
Sure. Here's one about the time I lassoed a rabid coyote. And that's how I ended up with this scar.
Leger, get up here a minute, would you?
Oh, we're gonna do the main story now. Okay.
What's going on?
I don't much care for the looks of that sky.
No? Looks fine to me.
Give it half an hour and it won't. There's a dust storm coming. We need to seek shelter fast.
We can't just stop and wait it out on the wagon?
Even secured, there's a chance it could blow over. I'm not risking it. There's a house up ahead a ways. We'll stop and see if we can shelter there.
All right. I'll let the others know.
Okay.
I'm gonna see her voice actor sounds so familiar.
Lola wasn't kidding about the storm picking up. Is someone living here? That sky is bad news.
We're in our voids.
Locked. Figures. Hello? Anybody home?
No,
No answer.
Yeah, her voice actor sounds familiar.
Was that you making all that racket?
Oh,
What in God's green earth are you doing out here in this squall, young lady?
my companions and I need a place to ride out the storm. We thought this house was abandoned.
Well, it's not. But how many are ye?
There's 6 of us. That's our wagon back there on the road.
Well then, go fetch 'em.
You're sure?
I won't have ye blow away on me porch. And you'll be keeping an old man company. So long as you're not bandits or thieves, are ye?
No, sir. We're fortune seekers. Of an honest sort.
Then we'll be getting along just fine. Now, get your folk in here quick, before we all get whisked to Kingdom Come.
Appreciate you letting us ride out the storm in here, sir. Mighty good of you.
Ah, of course. As I told your mate, I'm glad for the company. Welcome to me home. I'm Captain Philip Boylan.
Pleasure's all ours. I'm Jake Ackerman. And this is Miss Leger, Mr. Luo, Mr. Marquez, Ms. Redbird, and Miss Johnson.
Fine-looking crew, sure. And not to worry, there's plenty of space here. I've a spare room upstairs and a settee
I
in
don't
the
know.
library.
It's depending.
So, Captain Boylan, would that be a sea captain?
Aye.
We're a long way from water. What brought you out here?
There'll be time for trading tales soon enough. For now, I'll be needing some assistance. I was about to start supper. Seeing as I'm setting extra places, I could use a couple more hands.
I'd be glad to help.
As would I.
Ah, grand.
Could you use another?
Sure. All right, shall we? The rest of ye, make yourselves at home. I'll sound the gong when supper's ready.
I'm sure there's like people referencing different things.
Excellent work, galley crew. We'll be feasting within the hour.
You're fortunate to be so well provisioned. We recently visited a community that was having trouble with their crops. I hope they have enough storage to last the winter.
So, Captain,
Aye?
where did all these potatoes come from?
Suppose the dust was kicking up already when ye arrived, so ye didn't see. They're from me own fields, just yonder.
You're a farmer then?
Just an old retired sea dog making do. I just thank God me crops have fared so well.
Captain, I was wondering...
Aye?
Where did you get that gong?
Oh, that were a gift from an old friend who spent a few years sailing out of Shanghai. Is that from whereabouts ye hail yourself, Mr. Luo?
Me? Oh, no. That is, my parents came over from China, though I'm not sure where exactly. They never talk much about it. But my brother and I were both born in El Presidio.
Ah.
How come your parents didn't tell you where they came from?
They don't like talking about their old lives. I eventually gave up asking.
Such a shame. I never knew where my parents came from either.
Well, the important thing is, we're enjoying each other's company right here and now.
Right.
So have you ever been to China?
No. I hope to go someday.
reformatted
Maybe I can
news.
convince Jake to take his show overseas once this trip's over.
Maybe. Stranger things have happened.
Well,
Which,
this should be
Stranger...
plenty.
I have
Thanks.
Stranger
Why not go
Things
rest
3, the
up?
game.
I'll
That's
sound
pretty
the
fun,
gong when
too.
supper's ready.
Oh.
That was lovely. What an interesting life he's led.
I bet he's got as many stories as Jake. And speaking of which, I better go find him.
I'm going to look in the library. See you at dinner.
So we're gonna look around for now. Let's go look at my inventory. So we've got...
A letter from Cormac addressed to Vespuccia Petrol in El Presidio.
So...
Nice. Good to see that.
which one did we do? We snuck in, we broke in, right? Yeah, we broke in, right? Yeah, we broke in and took her stuff. Yeah, we broke in and...
Get a trap tonight to
That probably goes to a closet or a basement or something.
because can't deal with shipping
Locked.
slow and I'm worried about my files.
An
getting dropped
impressive
before they're
weapon.
done.
A painting of a harbor. I feel like I've seen this somewhere before.
Yeah. Probably back tomorrow then. I'll just fix it. I'm gonna fix it tonight.
Miss
Yes,
Leger,
like the whole
eager
second
for your
part,
supper?
Just looking
Yes, I am.
around.
I'll sound the gong when it's ready.
Hmm. Oh.
The plaque
Sucks.
says the Corunna. Oh, that's interesting. There's a little model sailor that looks kind of like Captain Boylan. The port of Gascon, if I'm not mistaken. Been years since I've seen it. Wasted no time making yourself comfortable, I see.
My back's been acting up lately, you know? Truth is, it's been a while since I was out on the road like this, camping with only a bedroll every night. Guess I got used to inns and soft mattresses, and there's a decent bed in the show wagon. Now, it ain't like I've gone soft or nothing, just, you know, showing my old bones some love.
Storm's still going.
I'm glad we found a safe place to stay.
Evocative scene.
Don't stare at that painting too long or you'll get seasick.
Speaking
Alright.
from experience.
Let's just say I'm glad it's on the wall behind me.
Nice to be able to freshen up. Ah.
We can chat after supper. Right now, I could use a rest.
Might go left.
Hey, Danny.
Hi, Harley.
I wonder
Do you
you're
mind
doing
if we
weird
talk
on the
later? I'm feeling a little white.
Sure, not a problem.
Hey now, don't go snooping around in there. We don't want to get on our host's bad side.
Functional little nightstand with storage.
Hmm.
A plain old sea chest. I shouldn't be snooping. It doesn't do much for me. This is the water closet. A ship in a dense fog. Hey, I've seen this sort of thing before. I believe it's called scrimshaw. Someone carved a lighthouse onto this. It's got a seabird on it. A pelican, I think. It's been carved with a whale design. It's got an old sailing ship on it.
Hmm.
Miss Johnson, there you are.
Yep.
Hell of a place this guy's got, huh?
Did you need something from me?
No, just making conversation.
Right. Excuse me, won't you?
A musty-smelling mess of laundry. Captain Boylan was quite dashing in his youth. Can't see much aside from the wagon parked down there. I can just make out the wagon through the dust. At least it hasn't blown away. Can't see much. I wonder what old Captain Boylan uses this for. Stargazing?
I doubt it.
I shouldn't be snooping around. Finely carved. Must be quality craftsmanship.
Dinner's done.
I can't remember the last time this table was so full. How are you finding the fare?
Not bad.
Most satisfactory.
The very soul of rustic simplicity. Quite simple and, unadorned.
And no adornment needed. My compliments to the kitchen. But then I'm not exactly impartial.
In any case, it's been a real pleasure having a proper meal at a table.
Been roughing it then?
And how? A campfire don't compare to this.
Where are ye folks headed?
El Presidio.
Ah, I used to sail out of there.
Have you by chance heard of Dr. Bennett Clark?
I can't say the name rings a bell. Is he a friend of yours?
No, he's really of no relevance. Can't imagine why Miss Legere would bring him up. You said you sailed from El Presidio, Captain Boylan?
Aye, for many a year. I used to captain a whaler.
No kidding. You must have some stories.
A fair few. I could tell ye about the largest beast we ever snared. The one what took me leg.
Sounds interesting, but maybe we could hear it after dinner?
Aye, fair enough. No, that was a fine meal. And a fine meal should be followed by some fine rum and conversation. Would ye care to join me in the library?
That sounds like a perfect way to pass the evening.
I'm going to retire. Sounds like the storm's died down, so I'm bunking in the wagon.
You sure that's a good idea, Miss Johnson?
I'm sure. See y'all bright and early.
I don't think Miss Johnson trusts this guy.
Harley, a word?
What is it?
Captain Boylan's a friendly feller, but you were a mite loose-lipped at dinner, if I may say. We don't need every Tom, Dick, and Harry knowing about our search for Clark's money.
I only asked Boylan if he'd heard of Clark, not a word about the money.
Still, you're treading on thin ice. A more curious sort might start probing, and we don't need that.
Point taken.
Glad we're on the same page. Now let's go join the party.
Getting a right punching in the neck.
Sure you won't have some rum, Miss Redbird?
I'm sure. Thank you.
Still recovering from last night?
I prefer not to overdo it.
And for you, Miss Leger.
Don't mind if I do.
A toast to new friends.
Cheers!
Okay.
Damn, where'd you say this stuff came from?
A gift from an old friend in Barbados. Best rum in the world, in my opinion. Got plenty more in me cellar. You're welcome to it. Now then, Mr. Marquez, I had a question for ye.
I may have an answer.
Am I mistaken, or are ye of the new Spanish persuasion?
I am, yes.
Ha ha ha! Grand! I'd like ye to have this. She belonged to an old friend of mine. Knew Spanish like yourself. He used to play the most beautiful music. He left her to me when he died, but I always felt she should return to her proper home, as it were.
I'm honored.
Suppose I ought to have asked if you play.
In fact, I do. A little bit, anyway.
Go on, then. Give us a song.
Very well, but let me tune her first. That should do.
So lovely music.
Now, let's see if I remember.
Goodness, that was beautiful. Where did you learn that?
Thank you, Harley. I had a tutor as a child. My father insisted I learn to play something, so I chose the guitar.
Well, ain't you just full of surprises?
I think this calls for another round.
Here, here.
Well, no. We've had some drinks and music. How about a tale or two? I owe ye one after all.
Go on then, tell us.
Jesus, it was back in 25. I remember it well. We was circling a lagoon off the coast of New Spain. We were on the point of giving up, when suddenly this great monster breaches off the port bow. She was the biggest I'd ever seen. I shouted the order to launch the whaleboats in pursuit. All me men put all their backs and all their hearts into rowing, so they did, and soon we was on her like flies on shit. All around the water was churning, white with foam. The beast surfaced again, so close we nearly capsized. But the harpooner, God bless him, had steady legs and a steadier aim on him, and he struck true. Then the battle began. Oh, how she thrashed and reared. Somehow the rope got wrapped round me leg and pulled and tore almost clean through. I thought I was a goner, for sure. But it wasn't over yet. At last, the beast tired out. We hauled her in just as it was getting dark. Cutting her up was no easy job. She was 50 foot if she was an inch. I got a good sum for all that oil and blubber. But it wasn't only the whale went under the knife that night. Oh, no. Doc cut me up, too. Taking care of what little was left of me leg by that point. Saved me life.
Quite a tale.
And with that, I'll leave ye for the night. Stay up late as ye like. All I ask is ye not disturb me in me quarters. I'm not a light sleeper, but I can be a right bastard when startled.
I promise we'll steer clear and tiptoe quieter than the angels. Good night, Captain.
See ye all in the morning.
Don't know about you folks, but I ain't ready to bed down just yet.
Yes, the night is still young.
What say we have a couple more rounds?
The rum's all gone, though.
Captain Boylan said he had more in the cellar.
I'll just go fetch a bottle or two. Oh, bad news. Cellar's locked.
Oh, chingada.
Guess the party's over, then?
Not necessarily. Harley, would you be so kind as to apply your skills to our little problem?
Oh no, you can just forget it. I'm not breaking into the cellar.
Who said anything about breaking in? We have permission. The lock is merely an oversight on the part of our host.
Just give it a try. If you can't do it, we'll yield.
I said no.
If Harley won't get that door open, I will.
I think that may be an even worse idea.
Are you going to blow the door open with dynamite?
Of course not. But I will find a way. Unless Harley has had a change of heart.
You can get that door open yourself if you're so determined.
The guy just gave
Come,
you...
Jake, give me a hand.
Oh my gosh.
I hope they know what they're doing.
Ay, carajo!
Damn it, I'd better go check on those fools.
Are they gonna, like, break his door? If they break his door, I'm gonna be mad.
Nice work, Phil.
Oh, I will be feeling that in the morning.
What in the ether are you two doing?
What you wouldn't. Come on, Phil.
In fact, I would prefer not to climb stairs on this foot right now.
Fair enough. Harley?
Fine, but just to see you don't break your neck on the way down. Sure is dark.
How about we light that wall lamp?
This will help us see down here if we can light it.
Well, I didn't open it this time. It's on them.
How's your foot?
I am in some pain, but it will pass. Thank you for asking.
That's what you get for breaking the guy's door. Their foot, somehow. Hope it closes.
It's empty. For an old sea captain, Boylan's got some rather modern conveniences. For an old... Well stocked, but not with anything I need. Definitely not the one that got away.
I don't know, I got a funny feeling about this guy.
The dinner gong. Can't imagine it gets much use. I shouldn't be snooping around. Not without a good reason, anyway. This door goes into the captain's quarters.
And what do I... save as... broken in part, right? Where's the freaking... Oh. There's a match.
Don't mind if I do.
Oh, wow.
Much better.
Now, about that rum.
What was that?
Sounded like the captain's voice. Come on.
Of the metal.
You heard it too, huh?
Yes, it came from upstairs, I think.
It sounded like Captain Boylan, but aren't his quarters on this floor?
I thought the same.
Perhaps we should go see if he's all right.
Yep, you and Miss Redbird check the spare room. Danny and I'll check the bedroom. Harley, you look in the captain's quarters. We ain't got time to lose.
Another platform.
Something's not right.
Odd. Captain Boylan's not here. Where could he have gone? There's an old book in here. A journal. Better take it.
Oh gosh, what am I reading?
The captain won't miss this for now. The storm has eased up some. Looks like a sea bunk. Guess old habits die hard. The captain still has some old country pride. There's not much in here. I guess Captain Boylan didn't care much for writing. Here's an interesting passage.
Fisher landed another whale today on his first shot. I asked him how he managed it. Turns out he's been tying his wife's kerchief to the harpoon handle. Swears it brings luck and improves his aim. Ah, to be young and in love.
Brooke visited with her a bit before she left. No worries.
There's not much in here. Here's an...
Fisher landed. Turns out... Ah.
The bottle's nearly... set of keys. One of them must unlock the cellar. No need to worry about that anymore, though. Hang on. What's this? There's a small switch in the back. Well, I'll be damned. Captain! You're still breathing, thank God. Hang on, I'll get help.
He appears to be fine physically, but he seems to be in some sort of trance.
A trance? How do you mean?
His eyes are open, but he's not really awake. He's gone within himself. I've seen people do this voluntarily, to meditate or relive certain memories, but Captain Boylan seems trapped.
Is there anything we can do?
I'm not entirely sure. Did he say anything when you found him, Harley?
Not a word.
I'm at a loss. Something brought this on, but what?
Could it have something to do with this room? If he went to the trouble of building a secret passage, it must have some significance to him.
That's a very good point. I would say this place is a sanctuary.
But from what? The man lives alone in the desert already. What's he need a secret sanctuary for?
Look, on the wall there.
It's a sketch of Captain Boylan with 5 other men. His crew, maybe? There's a signature. A. Kranich.
Kranich? God forgive me.
Captain, can you hear me?
The doom? The doom!
What doom? What do you mean?
I came from nowhere. I ought to have taken heed. I ought to have let it take me.
Captain? Captain? He's unresponsive again.
Should I try repeating that name? See if he speaks again?
Perhaps not. Without knowing what's happening, we don't know how it would affect him.
I think I have an idea.
Yes?
That chair, the way it's positioned, facing that sketch, this room being hidden, I think something happened to those men. Something bad. And I think the captain blames himself for it. He probably comes in here to punish himself.
Oh, how you figure that?
Because, well, call it a hunch.
I don't know. Seems kind of far-fetched, don't it?
Not entirely. I've read some of the new theories about the study of the mind. A particularly traumatic event may have shaken Captain Boylan's sanity.
So, he has gone mad?
Yes, but he may not be beyond help. We could try to reach him. I could try a form of hypnosis.
Oh, sure. That's where you get him to cluck like a chicken, right?
Not at all. It means he would be calmed and put into a receptive state. Then we could speak directly with his unconscious mind. But to have the best chance, we would have to recreate the environment he's experiencing as accurately as possible.
I don't know about this, Nadine. Do we know it'll work?
No, but it's better than doing nothing.
So what do we do?
We must each take on a role.
Oh, you mean like play acting?
Something like that. If we can each convincingly assume the identities of the men in that sketch, his fantasy will become clear, and we'll be able to guide him through and out of it.
Sounds just crazy enough to work.
But we know nothing about these men, aside from what they look like.
Which means we need to find out more. The more details we have, the better.
Then let's put this show together. Harley, you're good at finding things. See if Captain Boylan had a diary or something.
All right, I'm on it. That's Captain Boylan on the left. The 5 other men must be his crew, but I have no idea who any of them are. Boylan set up a sort of shrine from the look of it. Storm seems to be passing.
Poor Captain Boylan. It's not easy living with demons.
I hope we're able to help the captain.
There's gotta be something we can do for him.
Let me know when you found something that might tell us who those fellers in the sketch are.
I must admit, this is all very odd. though I do pity the captain.
There's not much in here. Here's an...
Fisher landed another whale today on turns out. Ah, to
Now we gotta go find pieces. Means we can search in the place.
Captain Boylan keeps a tidy house.
I could close that door.
A bust of some lady in a helmet. I wouldn't even know where to begin. These shelves are full of ship's
Okay.
logbooks. Captain Boylan had a long career. The label says Barbados rum.
Happy photo.
A poker for stoking the fire. Nautical adventures, war stories, medieval romances, and frontier tales. We're in the middle of the desert, but it feels
Okay.
like we could be at sea. I'm no expert, but it looks old, foreign, and
Shit
valuable.
you can do for me.
Some kind of navigational instrument. I haven't a clue how it works. A gentum jug. Such an intricate design. Atlases, travelogues, and naval histories. Classical dialogues, poetry, and natural philosophy. Classical... I wouldn't even know...
Well, I'll find something.
If I had to guess, I'd say this came from someplace in Africa. Captain Boylan sure has gotten around. A seaside landscape. I'm detecting a theme. Can't reach it from down here.
What do we have that could get that down with? Nothing. We're on a scavenger hunt right
Plaque
now, it
says
seems.
the Corunna. Oh, that's interesting. There's a little model sailor that looks kind of like Captain Boylan. And that other one there looks like one of the men in the attic sketch. I need to figure out exactly who it is. The port of Gascon, if I'm not mistaken. Been years since I've seen it.
Let's see if it'll actually let me open it.
Spare linens and an old sketch.
Kinda. Or counts. Counts. You guys just see a fishing rod. Oh, looks like good dilly. Go ahead and get out of this for a second. That to work. Here. New stuff is Alright. Get rid of the test and we put the crate. And I added the grave area.
Done with it? I don't know.
That skeleton is cave.
A sketch of
The
a ship.
texture.
The Derwent. There's a note. Captain Boylan, looking forward to our first
know if I like-
voyage together. Signed A. Cranach. Cranach? That's the
Oh,
same
that's
name
off.
on the sketch in the attic. So the Derwent must be the ship I'm looking for.
Much else that was. Did some optimization type stuff.
I'll put
Hmm.
back the one I'm carrying first.
Yeah, I'm feeling fine. Why? I'm just thinking. Just thinking.
A ship in a dense fog.
Yeah.
It
Just
doesn't
thinking
do much
about
for me.
stream days ahead, how much longer we have of this stream.
This is the
or
water
this
closet.
game, I mean. Just kind of thinking in my mind, planning ahead kind of thing. I tend to do that.
Looks like a navigational chart. I'll take it with
Alright,
me.
I just wanted to get that done. Wanted to test and make sure everything working. Good.
I'll take this hat.
All set up. However, I'm gonna end again.
A musty smelling.
I'm not gonna say live. 'Cause I
Captain
need, I
Boylan
need
was
your
quite
format.
dashing in his youth.
Start backing stuff up for that. Guys, coming back.
Nothing. So,
Yep. I was gonna stream until you're done, but
yeah. I think we need that boat, but I'm not sure.
fortunately.
The excitement ideas.
Nice to be able to freshen up.
Oh no. I'm just excited for like
Nice
the
to be able to-
changes we're gonna be doing and
Wonder
stuff.
how Lola's doing out there. Evocative scene.
No, I'm not burned
There's
out.
an empty bottle and a note in here. I'll
I'm
take the
good.
note.
Why not the bottle?
Functional little nightstand with storage.
I'm sure some people are, but I wanna get it done.
Captain Boylan, I recommend taking 1 nitroglycerin tablet per day and avoiding overexcitement. Dr. Francois. It's got an old sailing ship on it.
Sure.
A sketch of a ship. The Captain Boylan.
I wonder.
Everything.
Alright, I was hoping to combine the two.
There's a path drawn around an island that says Detour. The name of the island's been crossed out.
No, I don't know.
A bit tight, but not the worst look. It's in surprisingly good shape for being so old.
I mean, we're pretty close to the end of the game. We have been, but been going back to redo stuff, so I'm weird that way though. Okay, so now we want to go down to the library and get the others. Now that we got everything else. Oh, I need one more thing though. Oh, you can like throw stuff at the screen. I turned that on. Like some people have like stuff thrown at them when they're streaming. I turned that on.
This crate's been emptied. A crate chock full of rum bottles. Probably full of more rum. Probably.
Oh, let's see. Let's take that.
No rum in here, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Another unlit lamp.
Ooh, can we light it? I hope. For me?
There we are. An old navigational chart. Looks awfully familiar.
Can we when we go?
These two charts show the same land masses. The island crossed out on my chart is called Hastram Scary.
Hmm. Is there any other light switch somewhere? Or light switch?
Probably full of more rum. Enough rum to last a lifetime. Or an evening.
Yeah, it depends on who's drinking it. Alright, let's get that thing on top of the other. I need... Dad, don't fall forward, please. I can't close the door.
I feel sorry for the sea beast that gets one of these through its hide.
We're gonna go save and go to... Is it broken? Sorry, yeah. There you got... Okay, let's see where we're at here. Okay. Mm-hmm. No, let's see. Open today? I don't care. Main scene. Main. Blah, blah, blah. All right, we're back. All right, so we got that. I got the wrong whatchamacallit. The scroll, this thing. I got the wrong thing. Oh no, I picked the boat thinking it was the boat I needed to bring, but it's not the boat. I need this instead.
I'll put back the one I'm carrying first.
I thought it was the whale, but I wasn't absolutely sure. But we need to bring the ship log too. Yeah. Unfortunately, you're not. You're only paying them, yeah. I mean, the content creators get a little bit of that. It does?
Yeah, for each person that you watch on Twitch, they get a subscription just like you would subscribe to their channel for any channel that you watch.
Oh, okay. So that's like a couple of cents, though.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's
if you watch more than one person, you want to subscribe to more than one.
Yeah, so it's apparently worth it to do. Short says.
Yeah.
Here we are. The logbook for the Derwent.
Imagine being able to subscribe to everybody's channel when you watch them. That works.
The Derwent sailed out of El Presidio in 1830. Listed crew is
I'm just saying
Captain
if
Philip Boylan,
yeah,
First Mate Michael Benelli, Navigator Karanga Payo, Harpooner Jalal Fisher, Dr. Jonas Francois, Cook George O'Malley, and Alfred Cranach, Profession Unlisted.
That don't help us. Anything else?
The Derwent sailed.
Okay. Okay, so the cook and everything, so we take that up there. Yeah, it's 11 bucks a month. Whatever else you get with it.
If you watch more than 3 then Twitch Triple.
No.
Help them.
Yeah, I think you get like I'll have to show you what benefits you get from Turbo. Might need. Why am I back up here? I don't need to be up here. Let me hold on a minute. All right. Okay, so you get a ad reviewing, of course. Custom chat badge, expand emote sets, custom chat username or colors. So instead of like the normal ones that you get, you get extended broadcast storage and prior to customer support.
Yeah, whenever watch me, it pays me just like a subscriber account.
Okay. I just know only like a few cents when people watch me that have Turbo. So.
Yeah. For the long.
Oh.
For the long he watches you.
I'll send you the link so you can look at it. Like I said, if you don't have the 11 bucks a month, then the break go away. What did I close that for? You dumb. Did I say you move? I did not say you move. Well, short says depends on how long the person watches you. I've only ever known this a few cents from Turbo. Me
Because
personally.
they didn't watch you long enough. It's how long, depends on how long they watch you. If they watch you for a full subscription time, then you get paid a full subscription. If they watch you for a day, then you only get paid for a day.
Okay, well, I don't know how that...
I must admit, this is all very odd. Though I do pity the captain.
Oh, wait. I gotta get Jake this book. I think.
I found the ship's log for the crew in the sketch.
Nicely done. Let's have a look. All right, so we've got a first mate, navigator, harpooner, doctor, cook, and artist. We can probably leave that last one out.
Okay, so Danny can be the cook, Nadine the doctor, Phil the harpooner, you can be the navigator, and I'll be the first mate.
Oh, don't you think I ought to be the first mate?
Does it really matter?
Reckon not. Right, now all we need are some props.
Props?
Sure, for authenticity.
There, I got the props.
Have another look at the sketch.
I don't need to, I got the stuff, man.
Each of the crewmen is either wearing or holding something unique.
Jake's right. If we each have the appropriate item, it will increase our chances of convincing the captain that we are his former crew. I'd also suggest trying to learn at least one personal detail about each one, just in case.
Okay, I'll have a look around.
Bring me any items you find.
And let me know when you're ready to begin the performance.
This is a lot to keep track of. I'd better make a list.
Okay.
If you watch you like for the whole day.
Because I got 11 cents.
Then you get paid your sub.
So 11 cents one time from Turbo.
Remember to bring me any.
Okay. So what props we need to bring?
I go worth much more.
Journal. Yeah. Oh, I need the bit. Okay, I need the recipe from the kitchen. Okay, that's what I'm missing. For the cook. Well, just remember, it's $11 a month, so keep that in mind. It's not just...
Not much inside. There is a folded up piece of paper. Seems to be a recipe for sea biscuits. There's a note. Your favorites. Told you they were simple to make. Perhaps someday you can whip some up for me. It's initialed GOM.
I think that's all we needed, though. We got the hat. I think you can cancel at any time, though. I think Twitch is good about that. But yeah, if you're, like, supporting a lot of people, then yeah. I don't know how to make sea biscuits. Do I look like I know? Give him the boiler. Oil.
Here, this is the hat first mate Benelli wore.
Benelli.
I'll hang on to it.
We got Benelli's. Spyglass. We give him the spyglass. No, I'm not taking C.
Spyglass
No.
for Navigator Pio.
Great.
Okay, sure. Okay, so we gotta give him the...
Here's a harpoon for Mr. Fisher.
All right, this one's yours, Phil.
I do hope this works.
Okay, take the quill.
I found this inkwell and quill. Should work for drawing O'Malley's tattoo on Danny.
Right. I'll hold on to this thing until it's time.
What? What are you talking about? Okay, now we need
Here's a carved whale tooth for Dr. Francois.
This one's you, Miss Redbird. Nice work, Harley. I think we got all the props we need.
Okay. Wait, do we?
Thanks, but no thanks.
Did you just say we had all the props?
Nice work, Harley. I think we got all the props we need.
Is everything ready to go? Keep in mind, we'll likely only get one chance at this.
I'm still looking around.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
I think I'm gonna save, because he says he thinks we got it all, but that doesn't mean.
Is everything ready to go? Keep in mind, we'll likely only get one chance at this.
I think so. I've found everything I can.
Excellent. Let's gather everything together and get started. I'll begin. Then we can each say who we are. Captain Boylan, hear the voices of your former crew.
Me crew?
Go ahead, Harley. You start.
First Mate Michael Vanelli reporting for duty, Captain Boylan.
Michael, can it be?
Captain Boylan, it's Karenga Payo, your navigator.
Payo, you're alive?
Captain Boylan, it's me, George O'Malley. Supper is almost ready.
Ah, yes, I can smell it. Delicious.
Captain Boylan, I am Jalal Fisher, harpooner.
We're trying to help him deal with his guilt.
Of course, Fisher!
He put himself in a
made it.
trance.
And
We're
I am
trying to
Dr.
help him
Jonas
out.
Francois.
Doc! Oh, Doc, how I've needed ye. Me crew? Can it be?
Yes, Captain. We've come to speak with you.
But you're not some devils sent to trick me?
We are not, I assure you.
Prove it then, Benelli. If it's truly yourself, tell me the name of the ship we served on before the Derwent.
Oh, shoot.
Why, the Excelsior, of course.
The Excelsior? What madness do you speak?
Forgive me, Captain. I've had a hard time of it recently.
Aye. Perhaps I'd best not judge ye too harshly. Payo!
Aye, Captain.
Remind me of the course correction ye made this morning?
We're going around Hostrom Skerry.
That's right. I remember now. Fine work, Payo. That'll surely save us some time. Fisher, have ye your harpoon at the ready?
Aye, sir.
And your aim will be true?
Yes, I have my wife's lucky kerchief tied to the handle.
Ah, good. Then our hunt is sure to succeed. O'Malley?
Sir?
I believe I know that delicious scent. But remind me what it is you're making.
Sea biscuit.
Why, your favorite, of course. Sea biscuits.
As I suspected, I can hardly wait for a taste.
Captain, I recommend you take it easy.
Why is that, Dr. Francois?
Because your mind is playing tricks on you, making you see things that aren't there.
I had a feeling that might be the case. It's strange. I feel as though you're me crew, yet I can't be certain. Most of your faces are clear to me, but... Last, the fog. If only I could clear it away.
Perhaps you still can. Tell us what you remember.
Aye. 20 years ago. The Derwent left El Presidio on the hunt for whales. We'd been out for months, with almost naught to show for it. A wretched haul and wretched pay. Benelli came to me, saying the crew was getting agitated, yearning for home. Forgive me, Benelli. I ought to have listened to you. After the third time you tried to speak sense, I tossed you in the brig for insubordination. One more, I said. We'll not turn for home before we bring in one more whale. Payo and Fisher, at least, were keen. I saw the signs, but didn't want to believe them. Didn't want to turn back. But there was a devil of a storm brewing, and he brought us down. Poor Benelli, locked in the brig, to drown like a rat. And the rest of ye didn't stand a chance once the ship turned over.
Brave, brave fisher. You saved me life when it ought to have been me what went down with the Derwent. Ah, lads, that night's been eating away at me for 20 years. How I wish I could go back. How I wish I could make things right.
But you can't. The past is the past, and what's done is done. The best you can do is learn to accept and live with it.
But how? You 5 brave men died because of me.
Yet you were given a second chance. Use it to do good with your life. Like sheltering strangers from a dust storm, for instance.
It won't ever stop painting. But you can take the pain and turn it into something good.
I suppose you're right. I swear I'll do right by all of ye. Thank ye. You've given me a moment of peace. I hope to God you've found it as well. Oh, I am weary.
Think it worked?
I hope so. Come, we should get some sleep. And let's refrain from mentioning this to the captain in the morning.
Appreciate your hospitality, Captain.
Think nothing of it. I hope ye all slept well.
Very much so. And yourself?
Best sleep I've had in years.
I'm glad to hear it.
Ye said you were headed to El Presidio?
That's right.
Then I wonder if I might trouble ye for a small favour. I've a letter needs delivering. Could I entrust it to ye?
Of course.
My thanks. I'd also like to leave ye with a couple of mementos for being so quick to volunteer and help out. Mr. Lowe and Miss Redbird, please, take this bottle of Barbadian rum. Perhaps ye might split it between ye. Makes dull work go faster.
Oh, thanks. That's very kind.
And for you, Miss Leger, this tea caddy. I carved the inlay myself.
It's beautiful.
Best of luck on your journey. And if ye ever pass this way again, feel free to knock on me door.
Thanks, Captain, we will.
Our stay at Captain Boylan's farmhouse was anything but dull. I can't say for sure whether we truly helped him for good and all, but he seemed himself again when he saw us off this morning. I do believe he was truly lonely in his self-imposed exile and grateful for even the brief company we offered. After traveling half the day, we've stopped for a brief rest, and Nadine has asked me to accompany her on an excursion into the desert. For what purpose, I shall soon learn.
Thank you for accompanying me, Harley.
Not a problem. What are we doing, exactly?
Gathering firewood. There's probably plenty of petrified wood, but we should be able to find some useful scrub.
How come you asked me to come with you, anyway?
You would have preferred I ask someone else?
No, just curious.
I thought it would be nice to spend some time together. Get a moment to breathe. Big groups aren't my favorite.
Yes, I can see your point.
Over here looks promising.
Oh, okay, so there's different main parts to going on the trail with, So we got,
Whew, that is some strong-smelling stuff.
That's cool. Oh yeah, that story was kind of touching.
There, over by that flintstone. That branch is perfect. I'll let you do the honors.
This branch here?
Nadine thinks this will make good firewood. Surprisingly light. Suppose there's more around here?
Undoubtedly. It probably came from that tree over there. Let's split up. I'll check beyond the tree. You search the area to the south. Once you've gathered enough, we can meet back here and sort it.
Okay. Good luck, I guess.
And to you.
Like, Oregon Trail, but like a point and, well, I mean, that is a point and click, but...
This branch still has some leaves on it.
Might not like what I picked, but whatever.
Nadine said this was flint.
Oh, Flintstone. Uh-huh, funny. Flintstone. I get it now.
Looks like a good piece of wood.
Hey, there's a cloth there. I think.
A piece of torn cloth. Looks like it came from a shirt or a jacket.
Hmm.
This will do nicely. Stuck under that rock, though.
Alright, let's see what we got.
There's some tea in here.
Well, I don't have... Make a cactus biscuit.
Looks like it came from a shirt or a jacket.
I don't have a knife with me. What are you talking? So we ain't getting that piece. Is that what I think that is? Snake?
Somebody lost their satchel out here.
Oh.
Not much in here except a rusty knife.
Oh.
But a rusty knife is better than no knife at all.
Alright. They're not gonna pick it up? Uh-oh. Hey!
Damn it!
That's
Fast little son of a gun.
Hey, that's mine.
A bunch of rocks. Desert's full of them.
That is my stick. Thank you very much. I haven't saved in a minute, so I need a save command. Broken Empire. Broken. I gotta remember where to save. I'm not making cactus biscuits, okay? That looked like a snake for a minute to me. Look, I want that.
Nadine? Can you hear me? Could use some help. Damn it! Where did that varmint get to?
Oh, Hurst,
Come on. Got it.
Yeah, I'll do that next time. Come on, man. Wait, no. Hold on. I think we gotta go. So we need to go this way. This one. Which one do we want? Because I don't want to throw a rock at it.
This should do for firewood. This branch still has a few leaves. I'm starting to get an idea, but it needs work.
Where do I have alcohol? I don't have alcohol, do I?
There's still a little bit of...
Oh, there is. Okay.
There. Now the cloth is soaked in alcohol.
I just gotta find a little varmint.
Well, well, look who it is. Smug little bastard. Gotta figure out how to get him to drop that stick.
Wait, do I pick it up afterward? Or I need to get him to come to this page or
My
something?
makeshift torch is almost ready.
Oh, I think I need this. Rock this. Save again, because I don't know.
Nothing. Guess banging rocks together doesn't actually.
Banging rock.
Nothing.
What? Trying to use that.
Nothing. Guess banging rocks together doesn't actually make fire.
Soak the cloth in alcohol and then strike the rock with the. Oh, strike the rock with the knife. Oh my. Run. Oh, but I don't want to set fire.
Well, I'll be.
Fire to anything else. Oh, wait, do I get the torch now? Okay. I just want to scare the. Not want to hit it with a rock.
Go on, get out of here.
Thank you. Bye. Need that stick. Thank you.
Nadine's never going to believe what I went through to get this.
As long as you didn't throw a rock
Right.
at it.
That should be enough. Now to find Nadine.
It sounds like you went to some lengths to gather that wood.
Did you fare any better?
Nothing so exciting. Just gathered a bit with some patient searching. You said a coyote ran off with one of the branches?
Yeah, sneaky little thing. I improvised a torch and scared it off with fire.
Clever. You outsmarted the trickster. You know, Vespuccian natives tell many stories about Coyote the trickster. He's never quite either good or bad, but he's always getting into scrapes and causing trouble. Would you like to hear one?
Please, I'd like that.
Okay, but first,
What are you doing?
you'll see. Now then. Coyote went to visit Kingfisher because he was out of food. Brother, what have you got to eat? I'm very hungry. Kingfisher didn't like this rude way of talking, but he flew to the top of his lodge, then flew to the river and down through a hole in the ice. He came back up with many fish. The two ate until their bellies were full, and Coyote went home. The next day, Coyote climbed up onto the roof of his lodge. "What are you doing up there?" asked his wife. "Why, you know I've done this before. I'm getting food for our supper." Coyote jumped off the roof, down to the river, but he missed the hole and broke his neck and was killed. Kingfisher, who had been nearby, walked over to where Coyote was. He jumped into the river and emerged with many fish. Then he jumped over Coyote 4 times, and Coyote came back to life. "This is my way, not your way," said Kingfisher. "I do not imitate others like you do." He handed Coyote the fish before leaving. Coyote went back to his wife and showed her the fish. "Look at these big fish. I caught them the way Kingfisher does. Kingfisher is afraid of my power. He told me not to do this again. He knows my medicine is strong." Coyote's wife cooked the fish.
And he still said he did it.
That little shit. You'd think he'd learn his lesson.
Ah, but that's just it. Deception and trickery are Coyote's way.
So where did you hear the story?
Actually, I read it in a book. Myths and Legends of the Native Vespuccians. Dr. Sedgwick bought it from a traveling bookseller. I think he was of 2 minds about giving it to me. On the one hand, I know he considered it frivolous heathen claptrap. But on the other hand, he thought it might be meaningful to me, having something connected to my origins. He was right. I cherished that book, devoured it. It was written by a white man who was supposed to have traveled all around the country collecting native folk tales. Sometimes I wonder if he ever left the publishing office in Bright Bay. Maybe he just made them all up. I preferred to believe that there was something authentic about them, though.
I imagine the writer did a fair bit of massaging to make the stories palatable to the book-buying public. Editors are finicky about what they'll publish. And who even knows if the people he got the stories from were just telling him what he wanted to hear. But somewhere in there is the seed of the original stories and the truths they have to tell. If putting them in a book helped them reach more people, like you, then that's a good thing, right?
Yes, I suppose so.
Anyhow, I liked the way you told it. It's your story now.
That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. Here, for you.
Oh, this is really well done. Thank you.
Shall we head back now?
Sure.
We got a gift
Let's
of
go.
a carving of Coyote. Now where are we going now? We're so far away from... We're not gonna make El Presidio. We get stopped again.
Phil's music has livened up the journey some.
Yeah, we don't get to hear it, sadly.
Nadine carved this for me after telling me that story about the coyote. Phil?
Harley?
Do you think Captain Boylan will be all right?
I would like to think so. It takes great bravery to confront one's inner demons. I am glad we were able to help him do so.
How are you liking the guitar?
It is a fine instrument. I have not had the opportunity to play in some time.
Favor us with a performance soon?
The music of Vespuccia is not to my taste, but I will play for you some songs from my country. They warm the heart and stir the soul.
Can't wait. We'll talk more later.
I look forward to it.
Hey, Danny. Let's talk.
Sure.
I'm still impressed at how you just jumped in after that kid.
I'm just glad we were able to save him. It's nice to be on a team again, like old times.
Captain Boylan sure was facing some demons. Hope he'll be all right.
I think so. At least, he seemed happier.
What about this team you mentioned?
So, before I met Jake, I used to run with some folks who, well, we got into some trouble. We were a posse. My best friend Petey was our leader. Petey and I left El Presidio along with 5 of our friends. We were looking for new lives out on the frontier. I told my parents we were pooling our money together to buy a farm, which was true. Except, we didn't actually have any money. Petey took charge and we all started off working odd jobs here and there. But he got impatient. He got it into his head that it would be easy money to rob a stagecoach. I didn't much care for the idea, but once Petey put his mind to something, there was no turning back. So the big day came, and things didn't go so well. Petey didn't make it. I was the only one who did.
I'm sorry.
Me too. I just wish I'd said something more. Push back harder on the whole idea. But honestly, talking about it helped. So, thanks, I guess.
Hey, Legere, I need a word.
Yes?
There's a stopped wagon up ahead. Traders from the look of it. I'll pull over. Go see if they've got anything worthwhile for sale.
Will do. Excuse me, ma'am?
Oh, hello there. Where did you come from?
The wagon just down the road there. I was coming to see if...
Hold up there, stranger.
Pa, what are you doing?
State your business. We do not want trouble.
Easy there. Trouble's the last thing I'm looking for.
Then what are you looking for?
I've been sent to inquire if you were traders. Thought we might do business.
Ah, well, there you are then. You can put the gun down, Pa. She's clearly not a highway woman.
No? You know how sneaky they are, Ma. And this road is infested with them.
You've had some trouble with bandits, then?
Not personally, thanks be to God. But we know the terrible tales.
And we take such warnings seriously. Very seriously.
Pa, please. If she did have any wicked intent, I'm sure she's given it up now that she sees how well protected we are. Please put the gun away, and let's talk like civilized Christian folk.
Very well. I swear, if you attempt anything...
She'll regret it sorely, I'm sure. There now. Well, you asked if we were traders, and indeed we are. We're bound for RoseWater to sell our stock. We were about to make camp for the evening, but we'd be glad to show you what we have, provided you can pay or trade.
Hey, I've got an idea. What say you folks join our posse's camp tonight? Safety in numbers and all. If you're worried about bandits, that is.
Why, that would be lovely. A chance to trade stories as well as wares.
We do not have extra food, so we cannot feed you.
That's all right. We have some. We can pool what we've got.
Very good. A potluck.
Great. I'll let my companions know to prepare for company. By the way, my name's Harley Leger.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. We are the Fortine family. I'm Sarah Little Owl, and my husband is Carl. We've also got 3 children in the wagon. Beth, Bram, and baby Rhea. You'll meet them later this evening.
I look forward to it.
See nothing about a trio.
What a nice evening. I'm so glad we did this. Seems Gegi's taken a shine to Miss Johnson.
She's a fine dog. With a little training, she'd be a fine trail companion.
Oh, I don't think we'll bother with all that.
Fair enough. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to the other fire.
Take Gegi along if you want.
All right. Come on, girl.
Doggy-o.
That was a good meal. Hey, Mrs. Fortine?
Yes, Miss Leger.
Are you from Western Vespuccia originally?
No, I'm Cheyenne. We come from the southern part of the province you call Rotterdam. Your friend, Miss Redbird. Who are her people?
I asked, but she doesn't know herself. We met her at an Otham village, where she was staying as a guest.
I see. Well, send her my way when she has a moment. I'd love a chat.
You folks been to RoseWater often?
Several times, yes. We usually spend the winter there. Ever since they extended the rail line, we can go there and sell to traders who ship our pelts back east. Actually, Rhea was born in RoseWater.
You don't say. I'm curious to know how you and your husband met.
We both worked for the Gold River Trading Company. I'd already been at the lodge for a few years with my brothers when he first came through. We courted for a while, and eventually decided to elope.
Love at first sight, huh?
It took a while to get to know him, but I could see he was different from the other trappers. Brutes and wild men, but not Carl. After we were married, we both left the company and came west to work independently.
Have you had your dog long?
Only a few days. We adopted Gegi from a traveling carnival we passed some miles back. Pa wasn't too enthusiastic about it. But I thought it would do the children good to have a companion. Although I have noticed that Bram starts to sneeze something awful when she's around. I hope he gets over it.
How did you come up with the name Gegi?
Oh, that was Rhea's doing. Gegi is her way of saying doggy. We all thought it was adorable, and the name stuck.
So, what's the trapper's life like?
It can be rough, but I like the freedom. We can go where we want, when we want, without any boss telling us otherwise.
It's not too dangerous for a young family?
The children are born to it. They can hunt and trap with their eyes closed. Besides, we don't go after anything dangerous. Mainly deer, elk, and beavers.
Your children seem very capable. How old are they?
Beth is 14, Bram is 9, and Rhea is 18 months.
Having a good evening, Miss...
I
much prefer our means of transportation.
Guess we're done talking. Not sure what to do with this scene, because it's not in the, section, apparently.
Harley, come, join us.
No! Bad dog! Bram! Take this mutt back to the wagon. She has caused enough trouble for one night.
She's just a pup. You can't expect her to be a perfect angel without being trained to it.
Trained? I would like to know how we will find the time for that. Honestly, I do not know what Sarah was thinking taking her in.
Here, Mr. Fortime, have some rum. I think it will do you some good.
I probably shouldn't, but why not?
How about that song you were gonna play us, Phil?
Ah, yes. This is a tune I have always enjoyed.
He seemed to...
Mr. Fortine?
Yes?
Mrs. Fortine mentioned you were headed to RoseWater?
That's right. It's where we do most of our business. Be nice to see old Sheriff Campbell again. He's good people.
What's the trapper's life like?
It can be a lonely life. Lots of trappers live and work alone, and hardly ever see another living soul. I think it drives them a little crazy, like they forget how to be human. That is why I thank God every day for my family. They saved me from that.
Just wanted to tell you, your family's lovely.
Oh, that is very kind of you, Miss Leger. I am blessed to have such a loving wife and children. Quite fortunate. Ironic, really.
How do you mean?
Most folk mispronounce my surname as Fortune if they see it written down. There's supposed to be power in names, right? Maybe even wrong ones.
Pardon my frankness, but I get the impression you don't much care for your dog.
It's not that I don't care for her. I do not believe we can care for her. We've already got 5 mouths to feed. One more won't help. Ma didn't even consult me before taking her. Says she got her for the children.
Yeah.
But they should worry about taking care of each other, not some poor animal.
I'd like to know more about your children.
Those apples did not fall too far from the tree, thank the Lord. Bram's a great shot, and Beth's as good a trapper as me, maybe better. I just hope that does not cause trouble when the time comes to find her a husband.
How did you come to meet Mrs. Fortine?
Oh, well, I was working at the Gold River Trading Company, and she came in to work at the lodge with her brothers. The other trappers treated her and her kin like the dirt they walked on, but eventually I convinced her I was different. Decided we should elope a short while after we began courting. The fools I worked with did not look too favorably upon me marrying a native girl. So I said to hell with them. We left town and moved out here to make it on our own. Been doing fine ever since.
Not now, Harley. I'm listening to the music.
Music we all can't hear.
Sorry, think we could talk later? I want to hear Phil play.
Hey, Miss Johnson?
What do you need?
I noticed you and the dog were getting on well.
She's sweet. This family don't appreciate what they've got. Not everybody's cut out for taking care of others.
I can find it. Not even nectar. Hmm. Not a trope. So this scene's missing. That's alright. Hmm. I don't know. Oh, really? Hmm. Hmm. Talking to them. Hmm. That's interesting. I would have not figured that.
Phil's not bad, is he?
I've certainly heard worse.
Wow, that's putting
I
it.
think I'll be retiring soon. Early start tomorrow.
You aren't in much of a hurry to make friends, are you?
Remember what I said when we left RoseWater? You got plenty of folks around here to get chummy with. I don't need to be one of them.
Excuse me, but it's getting late. I should put Rhea to bed.
Very well. It was nice talking to you, Beth.
And you. Good night.
Turn back! Turn back! Darkness will envelop you! Turn back! Turn back! Darkness will envelop you!
Appreciate the follow.
She's not much of a con.
It's so nice to have music, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's in the middle of playing. I had my doubts about that contraption, but it's really come through so far.
I think I'm gonna go back to this. Ooh, new follower, yay!
Having a good evening, Mrs.
I am.
Ethan, I don't. To him again? I don't know.
Mr. Fortine?
Yes?
If Geggy's a burden to you, we could take her off your hands.
You would do that?
Sure.
No, I couldn't. Ma would raise Cain, and the children would hate me if I gave away their dog.
Your wife said Bram tends to sneeze when Geggy's around.
You know, I had noticed that. Never quite put two and two together. Tell you what, I'll go discuss it with Ma. We will let you know what we decide.
Okay, so this is the point where we're getting the dog geeky, or however you say it. But there's no part in here, Tom.
He's in the middle.
Kind
of hypnotic.
And we're gonna get Miss Lola a friend.
Miss Leger, come over here. Ma and I have discussed your proposal.
It pains me to admit it, but I may have been somewhat hasty in adopting that pup. Now, you're certain you can provide her a good home?
I think so, yes.
Then it is settled. We'll let you have her for 5 crowns.
Oh, I didn't think you were going to charge me.
It's only fair. After all, we paid 8 crowns for her. So really, you're getting a deal.
Actually, I've changed my mind. We've got enough to worry about without having a dog to care for.
That's too bad. But I understand.
We should probably call it a night, don't you think,
What?
Pa?
No.
Yes, we have a long ride ahead of us.
It was lovely meeting you and your friends, Miss Leger.
Likewise. Best of luck on your travels.
And to you as well. Good night.
Yes, happy Monday. Welcome in. Darn it, I wanted the dog. What am I gonna do with this person? Did I pick the wrong option or something? I don't.
Bravo, Phil.
Gracias. Let us keep the evening going, shall we?
You're welcome.
Everything okay, Miss Johnson?
For me? Sure. For that poor dog, I don't know. The family seems nice enough, but I don't think they're right for each other. Time for me to bed down. See you all bright and early.
Yeah, my laundry's in the dryer, actually.
Hey, Nadine, how's it going?
I enjoyed speaking with the Fortines. I hope they fare well in Rosewater. So many people just come and go through town. It's not really a home for many. Kind of sad if you think about it.
Got any more songs for us, Phil?
In fact, I do. I always found this one rather beautiful.
Yeah, I wish we could hear it, but...
Dime que me haré, dime que
Oh,
me haré.
he's actually singing it.
Sin tu amor, flor silvestre. Si los días no me pertenecen, desde que
This might
crucé
get
tu
muted.
jardín. Si tu aroma mi alma carece, pierdo el deseo de vivir. Y cuando volveré, a mis brazos tenerte. Si estando libre tú eres feliz, cuando nadie tu paso detiene.
Oh, thank you.
La distancia no se compadece.
That's what? How?
De estos ojos que sufren por ti.
It's been 7 minutes. Okay, whatever. Okay, we're pausing it. But no. I don't. Yeah. Actually, let me bring that. Excuse me. I think this is the right one, isn't it? My gosh, is it gone? No, you don't have to make an account. Your vote went through. It's only your vote. Wait, what? Who? Yeah, it's just your vote. Yay, ads are
La
over.
ilusión de que un día regreses.
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody, for the ads that only were gone for 7 minutes.
Y dime qué me haré, dime qué me haré.
Oh, sorry.
Sin tu amor, flor silvestre. Si los días no me pertenecen, desde que crucé tu jardín. Si tu aroma mi alma carece, pierdo el deseo de vivir.
What a great song. Famous lyrics too.
Goodness, that was certainly...
Oh, he's gonna cry.
Are you crying?
Of course not. Just got a cinder in my eye.
That was a beautiful song, Phil. Thanks for sharing.
My pleasure.
I'm feeling a mite queasy, so if you folks don't mind.
No, you should probably go to bed.
Hey, Danny. How's your evening been?
I really enjoyed meeting the Fortines. It's nice to see a family that's so close. All that time on the road and in the mountains, with only each other to rely on. It can't be easy, but they clearly make it work. I think maybe I'll ride my parents next chance I get.
Time for me to call it a night.
Good night, Harley.
Buenas noches.
Sleep well.
Oh, I was hoping to get the dog out of it, but... Oh, I guess she did.
Morning. Say, isn't that the Fortines dog?
Not anymore. They let me take her.
Oh, well, good. Geggy didn't seem too thrilled with the family.
I don't think she was. And her name's not Geggy anymore. It's Lisa Lou.
Good choice. She looks like a Lisa Lou.
I'm glad you think so. Now come on, let's head out.
Oh, I was wondering if we get the dog anyway. Where are we going now? I'll be surprised for people using the walkthrough and don't see it in the guide. Dog must Stay up there with her, I guess.
Phil?
Harley?
Meeting those trappers was fortunate.
Are you attempting to make a pun?
What? No. I would never. Puns are the lowest form of humor.
Aha! And what would you consider the highest?
The highest form of humor would have to be physical comedy. Pranks, pratfalls, pies in the face, all that kind of thing. Great stuff.
Surely you must be joking.
I don't know. Does it look like it?
You are full of surprises. Anyway, yes, I am glad we encountered them. They were quite entertaining, especially the father. Seeing him loosen up after a few swigs of rum was quite satisfying.
We'll talk more later.
I look forward to it.
Hey, Danny, let's talk.
Sure.
How about that trapper family, huh?
It's nice to see good people like that out here in the wilderness. Pretty easy to get jaded and expect nothing but bandits and mountebanks, you know?
The wagon is slowing down again.
Wonder where we're gonna
See
stop
anything
now.
out there, Danny?
Yeah, this is a small building.
Let's go take a look.
Wonder what we're gonna stop at
Engine's
now.
running hot. I'm giving it a rest. We set off again in half an hour.
I'm going to see what's happening over at that shack. You want to come, Jake?
Oh, you go on, Danny. I wanted to have a word with Miss Johnson.
Oh, okay.
I will accompany you.
As will I.
Harley?
Go on. I'll be along in a minute. They're having a private conversation.
What are we doing here?
They're having...
Okay, well, I'm just gonna go then. Oh.
Sorry, mon cher. It seems fortune was not on your side.
Oh, shoot.
Let's see.
Lady Tichet, mind reader. Take the challenge. Right.
Oh, where's the challenge at? I know there's a challenge one here. I just saw the challenge. Where is the challenge? Ah, well.
What are you up to, Nadine?
I've just been observing that woman. She doesn't seem trustworthy.
What have you observed, exactly? Anything unusual?
The way she moves. It's very practiced. There's trickery afoot. I would pay close attention to her motions if I were you.
What's going on, Phil?
Poor Danny seems upset about losing, but it serves him right for listening to a swindler. Everyone knows these things are rigged.
Hey, Danny? Why so glum?
She cleaned me out. And after I was doing so well. There must be some trick. I just wish I could figure out what it is.
How did she clean you out?
I don't know. It all happened so fast. I was picking the right cards, and then my luck shifted. Next thing I knew, she was guessing everything right, and I was out of the few crowns I had.
Hey, I can see my reflection in the lamp from here. He's still upset.
I would keep my eye on...
Yeah.
Hi there.
Bonjour. Welcome. I am Lady Tichet. Are you interested in taking my little challenge?
So what's the challenge exactly?
But it is quite simple. I bet you 1 crown I can read your mind.
Okay. How does it work?
I shall lay 9 cards out on the table, then avert my gaze. You pick one of the cards, then place the rest into the box over there. Once that is done, I will tell you which card you are holding. If I am wrong, which I sometimes am, you win double your money. Interested?
Let's be honest here. You aren't really a mind reader. What's the trick?
No trick, madame. I have been blessed with a gift.
Oh, yeah? Then what number am I thinking of right now?
Those without the sight are so quick to mock and doubt. If you wish to see my gift in action, you need only accept my challenge.
Right. I want to see this. Let's play.
1 crown, please.
How do we do this without her seeing? He looks into the...
All done?
Yup.
All right. Give me 1 moment. I sense that you have drawn the pass.
Ha! You're wrong.
Impossible. Show me your card. I see. No matter. How about we try again, but this time raise the stakes. 2 crowns to start, 4 for you if I cannot guess.
Nah, I think I'm good.
Suit yourself. Here are your winnings. Let me know if you wish to try again.
How about we have another try?
Très bien. 1 crown, please. Let's see. I sense that you have drawn the ship.
Damn!
Oh dear. Unlucky.
I'm leaving now.
May fortune favor you.
Lady Tichet always seems to look towards this lamp, but I can't really see anything in it from this angle.
How do we take care of that? Do we put something in it?
It's a beautiful...
Can't do anything with it.
He's still upset.
I would keep my eye.
What's going on?
Poor Danny's, but
How do I take care of that, though? How do I...
Lady Tichet always... But I can't really see anything in it from this angle.
Oh, I see, I see.
It's a small wooden box with an There doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary about it.
Can we do anything with the box?
No, merci. I do not accept this as payment.
Then we'll play her, I guess.
Hello again.
Hello.
How about we have...
Très bien.
How do I...
Let's see. I sense that you have drawn the candle.
Damn!
Once again, I have read your...
How do I...
I'm leaving now.
May fortune...
Lady Tichet always seems... But I...
No wonder if I can go get, Jake to help.
Miss Johnson?
What is it?
Where'd Jake go?
Back in the wagon. Said he was taking a nap.
What was Jake so keen to talk about?
That ain't none of your business, Legere. And I'll thank you not to stick your nose in again.
Are the engines cooled off yet?
They are. Ready to go?
Almost. I'll be ready in a few.
Fine, but...
I need to find out, how do we deal with her? Because there's a way to deal with her.
Wait a minute. From this angle, I can see the tabletop reflected in the glass. So that's how she does it.
Okay.
Hey, Danny? I know how that fraud is guessing everything correctly.
really? How?
She can see the cards reflected in that lamp when she turns away.
Of course! So what do we do now?
Let's beat her at her own game. Shoot out the lamp.
Ah, I get it. Okay, sure.
Just what in the ether do you think you're doing?
The jig is up, Lady Tichet. You're not gonna scam anyone ever again.
Oh, I beg to differ.
Híjole!
Now here's what's gonna happen. You're all gonna turn around and leave, nice and quiet like. I ever see any of you around here again, you get shot on sight. Do I make myself clear?
All due respect, we've got you outnumbered and outgunned. You're in no position to negotiate. We'll go, but first you're giving us our money back.
Fine. Take it.
Pleasure doing business. Come on, let's get back to the wagon.
Yeah. Well, that's how you handle some things.
Can't think of anything to ask. Hey, Jake?
Yeah, Harley?
It was nice to spend time with that Trapper family.
With who? Oh, right, the Fentons.
I believe they were the Fortines.
Right.
How about another story?
Sure. Let me tell you about the biggest rattlesnake I ever saw. So that's how I learned to never turn my back on a snake.
Yeah, you never turn your back
Huh.
on.
There's a lady running toward the road. The heck is she doing?
Madre de Dios!
I'd better see what's going on. What is it? Bandits? Highwaymen?
Worse, performers.
Good day to you, travelers.
What's so good about it then? And what are you thinking, running out in front of the wagon like that?
I apologize for the theatrics. I fear it's in my nature.
She really just ran out in the road?
Like a deer. She's lucky I keep the brakes in good condition.
Are you looking to get hit or something?
No, of course not. I suppose I'm, well, desperate.
That much is clear. You running away or something?
Heavens no, I could never do that. I'm the impresario of this theater troupe. Name's Kate Hatomi. Our show opens next week, and I'd be fibbing if I said it was going well.
Sounds to me like you are trying to run away.
I am doing nothing of the sort. All I ask is an hour of your time. We've been rehearsing this play for so long. We're all too close to the material. We need fresh eyes and unbiased opinions. If you could but watch our rehearsal and share your honest, unvarnished impressions, you would be doing us a good turn. The performance will be gratis, of course.
Sounds like a good time. What do you think, Miss Johnson?
I think it sounds like an excellent chance to get a few winks. I'll park just over there. Y'all have fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself and all the Queen's Mid-Atlantic players, welcome! This is a peek behind the curtain, if you will, at a work in progress. I thank you most humbly for your indulgence and warmly invite you to share your impressions following the rehearsal. And now, please enjoy the show. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a beautiful and charming princess.
Oh, I love my land. The people are kind, the water fresh, and the days are sunny and bright.
The princess was loved and admired by everyone in the land, except one. An evil wizard coveted the kingdom and kidnapped the princess, intending to marry her and gain the throne.
To ensure she could not escape, he summoned a terrifying dragon to guard her.
Wow.
However, all was
Oh,
not
I thought it
lost.
was over.
For a young hero rose to the challenge.
I shall battle the dragon and save the princess. That is, if my dear mother lets me. I said, if my mother lets me, of course.
Faye, that's your cue. Faye? Where the hell is Faye?
I don't know. Last I saw her, she was in her tent.
Crying out loud! I'm sorry, folks. I don't know what I was thinking. It's clear we won't be getting anywhere with this rehearsal. You can change out of your costume now, Dwayne. We're done here. Martina? Quentin? Same goes for you.
But I spent hours on my makeup.
And I spent months on this show! Look where that's gotten us! Everything I do to keep all this together, and you lot can't even turn up on stage now and then to hit a mark and say a few lines! Off with you, I need to think.
Now we gotta save a show.
I really must apologize for wasting your time. I knew the show needed some work. I didn't realize it wasn't fit to perform.
There must be some way we can help with the show.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Are you sure? Much as it pains me, I can't honestly say we aren't in need of help.
Certainly.
Well, I'm curious to hear your suggestions. But right now, we need to find out what's wrong with Faye. Your doctor friend went to examine her, but I think she's just having one of her tantrums. You know how actors can be. Or perhaps you don't. In which case, consider yourself lucky. I'm going back to the stage. Come see me if you have any ideas.
So, any ideas?
Perhaps. Excuse me. I'm going to have another look at the stage.
Danny and I are gonna go talk to the two fellers playing the wizard and hero. I think you should help Miss Redbird see to that Fey woman. Anyhow, we'll see if we can't get this show in halfway decent shape. Come on, Danny boy.
Or maybe we end up playing the characters, probably. Another play we put on. Which will be interesting.
Someone kept a copy of a local newspaper.
Oh gosh. The lost something? Something Herald. 6 copper. Whatever happened to Dr. Benedict Clark? When hailed as a wizard of the city, Dr. Benedict Clark has fallen from the public eye in recent years after the public outcry following the deaths of 15 people. Light City Expo disaster of 47. He hastily relocated to RoseWater, West Virginia. Well, it's not West Virginia, it's West Vespucian, where for the time has continued to a series of public demonstrations, albeit to diminished audience. No word has been heard of Dr. Clark in nearly a year. Despite the awesome destruction he wrought, he claimed his only wish was the betterment and protection of all mankind by harnessing and taming the mighty dragon of electricity to bring salvation to the common citizen. Born August 30th to Mr. and Mrs. Pierre Della Roche of Houtin Blanche. Firstborn son Pierre Augustin Jean Paul Della Roche weighed 8 pounds 3 ounces. Time the young Mr. Pierre Della Roche Jr., heir to the Della Roche family fortune, is sure to become the country's most eligible bachelor. Les Virginius. Wonder how you pronounce the Virgin. I don't know. Oh, that's a V. Okay. Virginies? I don't know. Married. Mr. Charles Grayson, 27, to Miss Bella Evelyn. Oh my gosh, I was reading. Let me read. Vinsky, 18, on Saturday the 3rd at the Church of the Holy Waters in Las Virginies? Virginia? I don't know. Given away by her uncle, Mr. Abraham Levinskin. Miss Roy Oak, 73, to Miss Usnor Snow, 81, widow of the late Mr. Frederick Snow at the Snow family's grown-up beach mansion. The children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren of both exposed were in attendance. Died. Local blacksmith, Mr. Arnold Pageant. Oh, dude, I don't want to keep closing it. Okay. Pageant, 51, of Wilshire Lake. In a tragic boat accident, he survived by his wife and 8 daughters, all unwed, now left without means of support. Memorial to be held at Friday next at 4 p.m. at Christ Chapel of Wilshire. Oh, they're all unwed daughters. Gee. Traveling players perform Camelot in the Park before bemused onlookers. 1850. Picnickers, ramblers, and families intend on enjoying a leisurely afternoon in Las, whatever that word is, Pelican Park last Sunday, doubtless left befumed by a nearly incoherent, plein air rendition of the chivalric drama Camelot, staged there by impressioner Miss Tommy Hint Theater Troupe, the Mid-Atlantic Players. Wagwood players hailing from all over Vespuccia and far reaches of the globe, gargled and fumed through their lines in a stilled fox medieval patriots riddled with these and those and forsooth. A strove to bring King Arthur's court to life amidst the palms and fountains of the West Lawn. Habit of traveling light, the performers were obliged to make do with next to nothing in the way of sets, costumes, or props that might liven the spectacle in any way illusions of a courtly medieval setting for the drama. As to drama, plot was paper thin, dark tale of good overcoming evil, wholly lacking in subliminal nuisance, not to mention any trace of the courtless and charm went my experience in romance from day of yore. The nappers taking advantage of the late afternoon haze to doze on the soft grass. Hey, Click, how you doing? Bentley found little in the way of thrills during the proceedings and roused them from their slumber. Perhaps more fitting description of the same days of bore. Not days of yore. A shout out. No. So, read the newspaper. I don't know what's over there. We can go there. What's this? Talk to them. I'm not gonna go to the seat yet. Why are you gonna walk?
Hello, Miss Martina, was it?
Yeah, Martina Holder. I am sorry we could not finish the show for you.
No worries. My companions and I are trying to help your director make it better.
Ah, good. We do need the help.
When did you join this troupe?
Oh, about 4 years ago. Then my English was not so good, so I did not get many parts with words, but I am getting more and more lines in the new shows.
What were you doing before joining this troupe?
I was living in Bright Bay, working as an art model. One evening, the artist I modeled for took me to the theater to...
I got it correct, yes.
Tommy's shows. Afterward, he told me he was leaving to go to work for a new patron in Italy. He could no longer keep me.
So he took you out to lessen the blow?
Not exactly. It turned out he knew Miss Atomi. He had painted some backdrops for her. He took me backstage after the show and asked her to let me audition.
Oh, and check that out, guys.
I was shaking. I cannot even remember what I said. I had
Oh,
never
you want
acted
to
before,
vote
you
for the
see.
genres for the
But
rest of the
fortunately
week?
for me, Miss Atomi decided to take me on. Otherwise, I would have been out on the street.
I'd like to know about your castmates.
They are fine people, and I am lucky to know them. Mr. Ellis always has stories and jokes to make me laugh. He reminds me of a big bear. He's also a very fine actor, and he has performed on stages in great cities all over Europe. Dwayne is very nice, but he's also very shy. He does not speak much with me or any of the others. I have always thought it is funny that an actor is so shy, but when he is on stage, one would never know.
Yeah,
But Mrs.
that's weird.
Davies is like a mother to me. She cares for us very much and wants to make sure everyone is healthy and happy. Although she does nag a lot. My real mother did not nag so.
Goodbye, Miss Holder.
Lovely to be speaking with you.
A cylindrograph. It's for playing music on wax cylinders.
Interesting. I'm going in there yet. Let's see what's in here.
Oh, another visitor. Who are you?
Harley Legere. And you are?
Faye Davies. I don't expect it's a name you've heard. And as I was explaining to your friend here, not a name I expect you'll hear very much in the future.
Well, if you're gonna keep drinking that, you probably won't.
Mrs. Davies, I would advise moderation in regards to that brandy.
Dear girl, I understand you like to dabble in medical matters, but let me assure you that this is the only medicine that works for me.
Hey, Nadine.
Hello, Harley.
Did you examine Mrs. Davies?
I did.
And what's your medical opinion?
I couldn't find anything wrong with her physically, at least nothing that an excess of brandy wouldn't explain, but she's in no state of mind to be performing.
I don't believe one needs to be a medical professional to draw that conclusion, my dear.
What's your opinion of the show?
Yes, please tell us. Don't be shy. I'd like to hear what you think.
I didn't quite understand it, actually. Perhaps it would make more sense if we had seen the whole thing.
Dear girl, I truly doubt that would have made much of a difference.
I'll see you later.
I'm taking your lovely drink.
Unhand
No, I'm taking it.
that brandy. I need it for my nerves.
How do I put something else in it, like my tea?
It's got a nice fruity aroma. Kind of sweet.
I'm not gonna do that right now, though. I'm still looking at.
Let's see. There are a few wax cylinders here.
Knights in shining armor, villainous saloon sing-alongs, funeral dirge. Don't take any of them. No.
A poster for some show I've never heard of called The Dissembling Mechanism.
long.
Apparently it opened on New Year's Day.
Okay. It's almost done. Yeah.
Mrs. Davies?
What is it?
Why weren't you on stage today? Is something wrong?
Something wrong. Something wrong. Exactly what aspect of my current condition would suggest to you that anything is right?
What's got you so upset?
I'm about to lose my place here, that's what. Turned out on the dusty road to fend for myself. I'm simply overcome with the sheer injustice of it all.
You think you're being dismissed? Why's that?
Oh, it's a long, long story, but what it comes down to is finances, or lack thereof. Kate has been tightening the belt lately. She says our performances haven't been attracting the crowds they once did. But even so, we aren't doing that badly. All of us have taken quite deep cuts to our usual allowance. It still doesn't seem to be enough. Naturally, I, being the most recent addition to the troupe, am the first up to the chopping block. If you ask me, something doesn't add up. I know for a fact that our run in Bois de Quivo is quite respectable, and yet apparently our financial future is dangling over the precipice by a fraying thread. It's all more than a tad suspicious.
If you were let go, what would you do?
Oh, God, please don't ask me such things. I can't bear to think about it.
It's a serious question. Everyone needs a backup plan.
I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, what will I do? Kate couldn't be so heartless. Will they really just let me go? Will no one speak up for me? God, help me.
No wonder you're such a good actor. Stop drinking.
There now. I'm sure there's a solution. What can you tell me about the other players?
Oh, such sweethearts. They've taken me in like a second family. Martine, especially. She's the daughter I never had. Dwayne is a good boy, but he keeps to himself. And dear Quentin. He and I have something of a friendly rivalry, although he can get quite competitive at times, the old ham.
How long have you been a member of this troupe?
Oh, not long at all. Less than a year. I was the last one to join.
What did you do before you were a Queen's Mid-Atlantic player?
I was with another outfit based up in Fawcett, the Davies Traveling Spectacular. 15 years we were together. Anton, my husband, was our director, and I was the star. When I got too old to play the princesses and heroines, Anton would cast me as the ravishing queen. He always made sure I had a spot on center stage. 16 months ago, he passed away in a stagecoach accident. An enormous tragedy.
I'm terribly sorry.
So were we all. Anton was the fiercely beating heart of that troupe. Absolutely irreplaceable. The others couldn't imagine going on without him, so everyone just went their separate ways. Just like that, everything was gone. My heart's love, my director, my troupe, my livelihood. I'm sorry.
So, how did you come to join Miss Hitomi's troupe?
Oh, the traveling theater world is quite small, you know.
After we're
You'll
done
know
talking
one another and
to
meet on the road from
Miss
time
Dramatic
to time.
here,
Kate heard what happened.
we're gonna go
Wrote
find
me a
somebody to
letter
raid
of
out to, guys.
condolence. We corresponded for a while. Eventually, she said she was passing by Fawcett and offered to take me in. Quite simply, she took pity on me.
So you suspect Miss Hitomi is taking more than her share?
We've all suspected it for some time, but I'm the only one who's willing to speak up about it. Everyone else knows I'll be the first to go, so they keep their heads down and wait to reap my
drama
share.
queen there.
You've accused Miss Hitomi?
Of course not. I haven't got any proof, but you can bet I would if I did.
What drew you to the stage?
I've known I wanted to act since I was a girl. I would put on shows for my parents and the village children. I traveled to Fawcett to audition for Anton Davies' Traveling Spectacular. He had just formed the troupe then. First, I became his star actress, and soon enough, his wife.
I'll just leave you to it.
Alright, guys, let me remember what to say. We broke the broken part. That, and then we are nowhere near. I mean, we're at least done with Act 1. I wish this one would at least do like the Act 1 and whatever. But go see who we can raid out to. Welcome. Thank you guys for hanging out. Or we can find somebody. Or anybody you got either way. Make sure you guys vote. Get up till the 14th of next month. Or this month, I mean. It is 2nd already. Mm-hmm. Who is streaming? I know you have. Oh, you have. So it was Lamb's hand again. Thank you, Click, for voting. Thank you for gifting the game as well. Very nice game. So let's see who we have streaming. We have Gothic streaming. We have Gothic streaming. Gavatron, of course, is always streaming every night, like we are. Haunted is streaming. And then we have random people here streaming as well. We've got some Walking Dead. We've got some Minecraft. What else we got? Resident Evil 4. Somebody's doing some Phasmophobia. What do you got? Oh, and somebody's doing some Hogwarts. Some Resident Evil Village. Marvel Rivals. I'm doing Supermarket together with somebody. And Gothic Neko-chan is doing Resident Evil 2, which is probably the first speed running. Well, not technically speed running, but she kind of tries to beat her previous times. But it's not like speed running like a normal. Where would you guys like to go? Let me know. Gavatron, what's he playing? Katrina Zero or Katana Zero, whatever that is. Oh, he's speed running practicing tonight. Looks like. Where would you guys like to go? Speak up. Speak it up, Jidge. Let me know. Speaking up now. Okay, so nobody has a preference. I guess we'll probably... You want to go to the Gothic? Okay, we'll go to check out Gothic then. He's probably playing... Her and her brother also have a channel together that they stream on. Can't remember what their channel name is though. But they stream different kind of games together. Something noodle something, I think it. But I will see you guys over there. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys.